$1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
At the Home Depot, we take Father's Day seriously. Why not get doing and give Dad a gift card that gets him out of the house and into new projects? Because the dads who do the most deserve the most, whether he's into woodworking, yard work, or grilling up something for the family. A Home Depot gift card gives your dad the power to get everything he needs to keep doing the most. Shop today for a gift that powers Dad. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Next up, Straight Talk from Doug. Ever notice that saying no offense is offensive? Like, no offense, but you're overpaying for your wireless. See? Offensive.
That's the Straight Talk talking. Get unlimited plans as low as $35 a month from Straight Talk and America's most reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart and walmart.com. On the $35 plan, first 10 gigabytes data at high speed, then 2G speeds. Refer to the latest terms at straighttalk.com. Based on most first place rankings, Root Metrics, second half 2022 assessments of 125 metros. Experiences vary, not an endorsement.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN AM Tempe, K257 CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Mornings are better with Wake Up Call with Tony and Ron. Weekday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's Thursday here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. You got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Hey, Keon. Exactly how much did the Denver Nuggets beat the Miami Heat by?
Oh, about 15 points.
No, not about. Yeah, I want the exact number, please. Just the exact number. I want to make sure it's exact because that's exactly what I was. Exactly right. When I said it would be a blowout. And I thought they would win by 20, but I said at least by 15. They would win by at least 15. They did win by at least 15, but they had been up as much as 21 points. I just wanted to say thank you.
Congratulations, Jeffco.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah. Outside of that, I was immediately sort of sad about it.
Why?
I just, when you end up being right like that, and you're like, oh, geez, these poor Miami Heat. I don't know. I don't know if this whole thing is going to keep going back and forth. I kind of feel like it's not. Kind of feel like maybe it won't go back and forth. But there is help on the way for the Miami Heat. Word on the street is that if he doesn't figure things out with Portland, Dame Lillard might be thinking about going to the Miami Heat.
I mean, it's not going to help him in this series, unfortunately, but
It'll inspire them.
I mean, it probably won't. But I do think that Damian Lillard is kind of he's open to being traded now a little bit more, because I think that he's seeing
there's no hope in Portland.
Yeah, the organization is struggling to build around him. It's hard to get people to go to Portland. They haven't been relevant in a while. And so they're paying Dame a lot of money, and they just don't have anybody else to put there. So it might just be in the best interest of both parties to move on.
Yeah, Portland not being relevant in a while is not just about the NBA. It's also about what people wear. Dear God, if you are missing, the styles of the 1990s, visit Portland. You will fit right in. So did you guys watch this game last night? I mean, it was funny because we were in the studio, and before I left, I turned to Keon and I said, yeah, that blowout I was talking about, that's going to come later. I didn't believe it. It was so close.
I actually did, because I was looking at the numbers during the first quarter, and I noticed at the end of the first quarter, score was tied.
Mm-hmm.
No free throws for the Nuggets, no 3-pointers for the Nuggets. The score was tied. Miami had shot some free throws. Miami had made some threes.
Yeah,
that is not sustainable, because there's no way you're going to keep the Nuggets off the free throw line, and there's no way that they're not going to make threes at some point.
That wasn't even the big tail of the tape, as they say. The big tail of the tape was the fact that the Nuggets ended up in the end out rebounding the Heat 58-33. And I mean, the more you have the ball, the more you can do with the ball. You got to get them rebounds, and the Nuggets just dominated last night on that. So, but all right, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong when I say I think this is going to be it, man. I think this is probably going to be it. The Denver Nuggets probably win the next two, and it's over.
That's what it feels like. I do think we're still due for that Jimmy Butler game. I know he's not 100%, but he's Jimmy Butler, and we just, every time you write him off, it seems like that you're wrong about it. He always seems to have one big game where he just, scores 40 points or something like that and carries.
What about him is not right?
He's dealing with an ankle. He's dealing with an ankle. That's he's not complaining about it. He's not making excuses, and he's out there, but it's not 100%. He heard it in the Boston series.
I actually sometimes wonder if how he's got his hair all tight like that, and that looks like it would hurt a little. I wonder if they should loosen that up.
You mean his hair is too tight against his head?
It might be too tight.
I mean, if it's they're supposed to be that tight. So I don't know what to do.
But don't you think? Have you ever had that? Because I've never had that.
I have never had that. No.
I feel like that would give you a headache. I'm sure it gives you a free facelift too.
I mean, when it's happening, like when people get their braids in, it's
right.
It hurts then, but usually they're fine after.
So when they're walking around, they're not in pain.
No.
Okay, so Jimmy Butler not in head pain, just ankle pain,
just ankle pain.
I mean, that's a fair question. Having never had that hairstyle myself, I can't imagine. It looks like it might be really tight and hurt. Kind of painful. So,
yeah, you just don't want to come in loose. So it's got to be that tight. Fortunately.
Maybe on the next vacation, I'll try it. I'll get it done. See how it looks. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Friday Eve. And, Diamondbacks were not able to defend their 2-game lead in the National League West. Yeah, I know. It got too smoky. Damn Canadians, right? The damn Canadians. Now, Randy, do we know when they're going to play this game? It's postponed until what? The air clears, or is it going to be like later in the month?
I saw it. It's going to be this month, but it's going to be an afternoon game. I'll have to look it up, Jeff. I saw it when they postponed it, but now I forgot it. It's like maybe next week.
National cowards.
Maybe
come
next
on,
week.
Take the field, fight us.
I mean, I'm sure they'd love to. It's not like they knew that the series was. It's not like they didn't know where the series was going before the Diamondbacks showed up to town.
No, I know. I mean, I'm just saying the Diamondbacks would cough too. I'm just kidding. I don't really think anybody's calling anybody out.
Try and give, Corbin Carroll lung cancer or whatever.
Yeah, get them some masks out there. They'll be fine. I don't know. So then the Dodgers put the blank out hurt on the Cincinnati Reds today. Kershaw, 9 strikeouts, 7 shutout innings, and the whole game was a shutout. And so all right, so now they're back within 1, Randy. And I would imagine that
I don't
they're
think
going to
it's
start
one.
to put.
I don't think it's 1, is it?
If Arizona hasn't,
we're not going to play. So there's no.
So it's a half game then.
No, it's 1 game because there's no decision that's made. Meaning that you have to act like we weren't going to play today, which means they've caught up a game on us right now.
I don't know. The standings say they're 1.5 back.
Well, that was probably because it was intended the Diamondbacks would play today. But I bet now that that's been postponed, that'll probably go to a full game, right, Randy?
It's only a game and a half.
Really? Because the game's not deleted. It's just moved.
And the makeup game is June 22nd at Nationals Park. First pitch at 1:05 Eastern time. Yes, it's only
no sense.
If you don't play and you're the other team, in this case the Dodgers, play and win, they only gain a half game. Now, if we would have played today and lost, and the Dodgers win, that's gain a full game.
Strange math to me. I'm okay with it being a game because that you get to make it up later on or something. But whatever.
But it's not even. It can't be.
Snakes
are annoying. This is annoying.
Snakes are a full game and a half.
All right. No, I'll take the extra. Happy to get the extra, but I'm just annoyed by the way this whole thing
I don't know about Washington, D.C. right now, but the air here is sweet with the odor of leading the NL West. My lunch today was amazingly tasty.
Once again.
I'm going to text Ralph during the break, see if we can get him to come on.
This coffee right here that I'm drinking, that's best cup of coffee I've had all day.
Drink of the gods there.
Yeah.
I am guessing he'll say no. I'm just guessing. Dick Whiskers says, good afternoon, guys. Can you see a scenario where Chris Paul remains on the roster, but in a backup role? Yeah, sure. But, he's wanting to stay, but I don't think he's wanting a giant pay cut, which is what it would probably take, right? I mean, I kind of mused on this the other day when we were talking about it. I said, you think that they're like, okay, you get 15 million or, go away, or 15 million and stay. Here, we'll give you an extra $1. Boom. There's your pay. Do you think you would take that kind of a pay cut? I kind of think no.
I think the answer to that's no too. Chris Paul, would the Suns try to outbid somebody for the services of Chris Paul, who they just waived? Probably not. So if he gets a better offer from some other team, Boston, Miami, LA, whoever, if he gets a better offer from one of those teams, that's probably where he's going to wind up going, because I don't think the Suns are going to sit there and try and outbid the Celtics for the services of Chris Paul.
All right, so who's going to show up and say Chris Paul's worth 16 million or 20 or 25?
No one.
So you might want to work things out with the Suns if you can.
Yeah, but are the Suns willing to pay him, 10 mil a year? It's possible the answer to that question is no.
So I think I need a few minutes to talk to Chris Paul's daughter, because
all right.
He has come out and said that his daughter is getting bullied at school, and they're yelling stuff like, your daddy can't win a ring and whatever, stuff like that. I mean, she just needs to learn one sentence in that situation. My daddy has made millions and millions and millions of dollars. I will never have to work a day in my life if I feel like I don't want to. How's it going at your house? That's all she has to say.
The Cam Newton version is shorter. I'm rich.
Well, she's not rich. Her dad's rich.
Well,
so
yeah, but I mean, when
you're
a kid, you're like, there's no difference. When your friend's parents are rich, they are rich as far as
I don't want briefer. I want meaner. I want her to be able to have what in her pocket. It's like, okay, so your dad's an alcoholic and got laid off. My dad has made hundreds of millions of dollars, and I'm set for life. What else do you want to say?
I just feel like when you're talking to kids, you use that many words, it doesn't hit as hard.
Well, like throw in a poo-poo head. I don't know. Your dad's a poor poo-poo head. My dad's a rich millionaire. Now what?
Yeah, okay, that works.
Saying
the poo-poo head fixed it all.
I mean, I have developed a way of saying some words that'll, basically, as Randy says, make your testicles go up into your body.
Yeah, shrink.
But I'm not used to writing for 10-year-old girls.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair.
Is she only 10? Is that the situation?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
10-year-old.
I can't imagine her being older and caring what anybody thinks.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way I would counsel her. Doesn't matter what they say.
She's 10.
Or go like this. Go like this. Say, just put it in. I want to show you my dad's bank balance.
Yeah.
And you have all the bunch of numbers there.
Yeah.
Oh, who needs a ring? We're rich.
Yeah.
There's plenty of ways to fight off that bully. And of course, he says to her, his biggest advice is, where was it? He says, here it is. So here it is. Sorry. Some people who talk and some people who do. I don't think you can use that as a response. You know what I mean?
Not really.
My
just talk. My dad does. Guess what he doesn't do? What? Get a ring? Damn it. So you can't say that line, Chris Paul. You can't use that line.
Yeah, I think the best case in this is don't let it bug you, just move on. And if you continue to move on and not let it bug you, they'll eventually go away.
My dad is picking me up later in a Bentley. Your dad's coming in here in a Toyota Corolla. That's how about that? Just as simple.
I don't know that Chris Paul's kids go to a school where their parents are driving Toyota Corollas.
Like you have to assume the other kids that go to that school also have some money, not as much as Chris Paul has, but it's not a Corolla
in public school, so
it's not exactly a Camry rolling through.
How about this? Your mom's on OnlyFans.
Okay, man.
I think that would be troubling if a fifth grader said that to another fifth grader, but
see, I think that's awesome. That's a suplex. Bam! There's a neck injury on that one.
Yeah, but also she might get in trouble for that. The goal is not to get her in trouble for what the bullies are doing.
Oh, no. Listen. If you win, you get in trouble. That's just the way it works. You have to be ready for that.
Winners get in trouble. Winners end up at the principal's office.
Doesn't matter who started it. If you finish it, you're in trouble. And you have to learn to accept that. See, that is a life lesson for Chris Paul's daughter. Don't take crap from peasants and you
peasants.
Yeah,
that's what she should say. Okay, peasants, and that's the response every time.
She needs
Your dad
a Rolex.
doesn't have a ring. All right, peasant.
She needs a Rolex on her wrist. Just put.
All right, look at the time.
Oh. Gotta go, losers. Beer Bob says all she needs to say is $375 million in career earnings. Yeah. That's where the ring is at the end of the word earning.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Toby says pre-Messi. Don't care. Watermelon says.
And there it is.
Jeffrey, I'd imagine Chris Paul's daughter goes to a pretty successful type, maybe even private school.
Yeah.
I don't know if Chris Paul's millions would stack up against other people's millions, although they would. Trust me. Whatever private school she's going to, Chris Paul is the richest dude there. I almost guarantee it.
I would bet that too.
So you're going to win with these comments. In fact, it's going to hurt worse because your dad's $3 million ain't stacking up to her dad's $300 million. Okay, I'm telling you, if they're going to come at you with that crap, you send it back to them with what I just gave you. Big George, thank you. I know we got it. It's a half game. Shut up. Blissful Hayes says, why couldn't the Dimebags and the Nationals wear respirators in the field yesterday? It's a good question. I kind of agree. It's not that strenuous a sport that you couldn't still play the game.
Okay.
Maybe it's a bad look.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to slide into third base and then your respirator's coming off your face. I don't know about that. I don't know that
might get in the way.
Into third,
yeah.
You feel a juicy respirator. Pinocchio says Moses Malone said it best when they asked him about rebounding prowess. He says the only way to shoot the ball is to have the ball. That's what I'm saying, Pinocchio.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And that was a big difference for the Nuggets last night, for sure.
And part of that is, and it's because he's too small. Bam is afraid to go in the paint. He looks horrified.
How tall is Bam Yabba Dabba Doo?
6'10".
He still kind of kills it in there. He still does.
But I've noticed a lot of his points come by way of jumpers.
He's smarter than to try to go up against Jokic.
I get that, but when it comes to going to get rebounds, you got Aaron Gordon, 6'10". You've got Jokic, 7 foot. Who else is 6'10" out there? Michael Porter Jr. is also 6'10". So like 3 of the guys on the other team in their starting lineup are your height or taller. You're the tallest guy on your team. there's no rebound for you to get, man. There's just trees in there.
Yeah, it's listen, I think Yam Abadabadu, what's his name? Bam, whatever. I think he's been playing great.
No,
I think he's been doing it right.
He's been awesome, and he's figured out, hey, look, if I try and go in there, I'm going to get swatted, so I'm going to shoot.
He had 17 rebounds, and he had 22 points. Not bad.
Not bad at all. But the Bam that we were watching in the regular season was pushing people around. He was beating them up. He just knows he can't do that in this series. It's not his fault. Work here. He's just not big enough.
Yep. And it's weird to say someone 6'10", you're too small.
Yeah. But that in this particular series, this is like the worst matchup for the Heat.
Jokic is just a different species. He's a quietly different species. And it's kind of crazy. Somebody had made a comment online saying, if he hadn't, I think it was Fat Le Batard.
It was Le Batard, yeah.
I'm sorry, Dan Le Batard. And I think Dan Le Batard was saying, well, if he had been American, he'd be, I mean, he's, a couple of different players smashing and one. And then Kevin Durant responded, but then later deleted. He said, Jokic, he don't care about being a superstar. He just wants to play the game and go home and FaceTime with his horses.
And then jump in the pool.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he wants to do. I don't know why Kevin Durant deleted that. I think that's a compliment. And
FaceTime with his horses?
I guess that's the thing he does.
He loves his horses. He loves his horses, but they don't live here. They live back in wherever he's from.
Maybe that's what Chris Paul's daughter ought to say to these kids that are bullying her. Oh, yeah, well, your dad's FaceTime with their horses.
What makes you think Chris Paul's daughter goes to school with Jokic? Is she like a foreign exchange student?
No, I'm not saying anything about Jokic. I'm
trying
his
to daughter. He doesn't have this fictional daughter, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay.
What woman is climbing on that? Like, and with a straight face?
Chris Paul.
What's that about Jokic?
Right. Jokic likes. Okay. Never mind. It was a bad callback by me.
Tried to land it, just didn't quite.
Bad callback by me.
I'm confused. All right, so here's some bad news, and it's exceptionally bad news for the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero is not going to make it for Game 4. I guess he's not cleared yet to return with a broken hand. And you're saying, yeah, well, we kind of knew that. He has a broken hand. What do you expect? It's not, I mean, I bet he'd be out there if he could be out there. People got excited because he's shooting around and kind of trying to feel it out, but no, he is not ready yet. If he could be, he would really, really be welcome. Why? Because history says the NBA champion will be the finals game number 4 winner. Since 2000, the winner of Game 4 has gone on to win the entire thing 18 different times. 18 times. Okay? That means 18, it has happened. 5 times it hasn't. So I'm just saying, this game is more important than just evening up the series. This is the winner right here. You win Game 4, you win them all.
So definitely, if you're Miami, you should worry about evening up the series, because if you go down,
you have to win no matter what.
Yeah, if you go down multiple games to this team, it's over. I mean, it's not even about we can guarantee winning the series if we take the pivotal Game 4. We're dead if we don't win Game 4. This thing is over.
That's what I was saying, Keon. I mean, for them, it's an absolute must. For the Nuggets, history says it's a must, but we've seen how they do. But then again, we've seen how the Heat does.
Because even if Miami wins Game 4, they're not winning this series. Because it's an uphill battle every single time for them. Even when they get a lead or they're close and the game's competitive, it just seems like they are trying so much harder to get the same result that the Nuggets are not working nearly as hard to get.
So here's the statement that probably is going to make sense. The Heat beat themselves. The Nuggets also beat the Heat. And that's the way it works. And the Nuggets beat themselves, but that doesn't mean the Heat are going to beat the Nuggets. So I'm just saying only the Nuggets can beat themselves. Something. I know. I think we're all off today.
It's a day. It's is it Friday?
Did that make any sense just then?
I was sort of following it.
You can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat.
Yeah.
I think is the point I was really trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
You, laddie.
Yeah.
How can you have your pudding if you don't eat your meat?
That's it.
Just saying.
Can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat.
Let's pretend this segment didn't happen and come back.
All right.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The Arizona Diamondbacks had Thursday's game against Washington postponed due to bad air quality in the D.C. area. They'll make up that game later in the month of June. Tonight, the Angels are home to take on the Chicago Cubs. Los Angeles plus 142 on the run line, minus a run and a half. The Cubs getting a run and a half, minus 172. Chicago plus 114 on the money line. The Angels minus 134. Over under is at 9. The Braves plus 106 on the run line against the New York Mets, who are minus 128. Over under at Truist Park is at 8.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine what could relief from IBS-C mean for you. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
At the Home Depot, we take Father's Day seriously. Why not get doing and give Dad a gift card that gets him out of the house and into new projects? Because the dads who do the most deserve the most, whether he's into woodworking, yard work, or grilling up something for the family. A Home Depot gift card gives your dad the power to get everything he needs to keep doing the most. Shop today for a gift that powers Dad. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Now that the draft is in the books, it's that time of the season when the team gets together, to get acquainted.
Let's go. Practice time.
Summer means mini camps, OTAs, then it's on to preseason. Keep yourself tuned to the station with all the insight, updates, and breaking news when you need to know about the NFL offseason. Remember, if it's the NFL, we talk about it. Your home for NFL news, games, playoffs, and Super Bowl in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
So David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. No, Blissful Hayes. I didn't say that the Heat beat their. What I was saying is the Nuggets can beat themselves, but the Heat just get beat. They don't beat themselves. The Nuggets beat themselves. So, yes, that's probably exactly what I was saying, Blissful Hayes. Anyway, 888-368-1580. Why is today so weird?
I don't know. I hope we can get through it past this troubling time.
Oh, it's been worse. Oh, there have been some worse shows before this, and we're only like 26 minutes into this thing. Randy has been present for more than a few hell shows. I don't know if we had any real hell shows since Keon's been on the show. Yeah, well, here's one where you
There it
turn
is.
on his
There
mic
it is.
works. Sure, way to go.
I pushed it, but I guess
Today is
double tapped.
Today is warming up to be one.
Oh boy.
Nah, we'll just waterland this bastard. We'll be fine.
just don't go inverted this time, Jeff. Go.
I'm just going to be very careful about how things end at the end of
problem-
hours.
The problem is for me, I get this sort of I don't know, this Andy Kaufman like desire to put the nose straight down into the turf.
just drive it right into the earth.
And everybody else is like, pull back. And like, no, I think we can go right through. Like, it's the ground. So I'll try to resist that. I will try to resist that. Hey, can I just ask a quick question? Who all has YouTube TV? Raise your hand. YouTube TV up in here.
Yeah.
Okay. And anyone else listening who has the YouTube TV, I'm a little bit aggravated by something.
Okay.
I'm paying $79 damn a month, and you can't afford to put ESPN or ABC on more than 720p. It only gave a 1080p, which they say, oh no, that's HD. It's HD-ish. It's like HD yesterday. 1080 should be the damn standard. I didn't ask you for 4K. And by the way, Randy, I took the 4K thing off. You're right. That was a complete stupid thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I expect at least 1080.
Yeah.
So why the ESPN and some other channels only offer 720? I will wait your response.
I don't have any response other than that's just the way YouTube does it.
The cheap bastards. I mean, it's 1080. It's not like that's only 300 more pixels. You know what I'm saying? It's a DPI. I'm trying to watch this game. I'm like, why is the blacks look crushed? Why is this kind of, I know that's a professional TV term, but that's when the darks are like really dark and you can't quite figure out why is this. And ABC 15, now you think about it, it always looks like their lighting is atrocious. When I was on there with Fui a few years ago, I'll look at, man, everybody looks normal in this place in real life. Then you watch it on TV, you're like, oh my God, are we in a dungeon? It just, I don't know if it's the wet, because maybe it's because they're in 720. I just don't get it. Does channel 15 originate in 720? How much more would it cost them to go 1080?
I think they're all 1080.
So per the Goog, the majority of YouTube TV's cable channels are delivered to the service by networks in 720p. So that's what customers get. There are certain channels, including TBS, TNT, that provide it in 1080. So YouTube gives it to you in 1080. So that's that.
So there's more at 720 than 1080. What a load of garbage this is.
I mean, I don't know if it's more. I just know that the networks give it to YouTube in 720. So that's what YouTube's got.
I'm going to give him my middle finger in 1080. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it to him in Ultra HD. My middle finger is going to be crystal clear. You'll see the hairs and the little freckles, everything. If they don't start fixing that pretty soon. How the hell bad is Sunday Ticket going to look? You know, if it's in 720.
Well, it depends on if they delivered it in 720.
I'm the guy right now who's complaining about a DVD's quality. Remember how nice DVDs were?
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
And those are like 720, or I think. And we're like, we got off a VHS. I remember a time going, we'll never need better than this. And here I'm like, God damn, 1080p. God, I'm spoiled.
Well, don't worry. In about 10 years, you're going to be like, why is this in 4K?
We should have this in 83K. What is going on here? Yeah, but I'm paying this. I want the best.
I mean,
man.
I don't disagree. $80 is a lot.
Just saying. Kyle G says, welcome to YouTube, Jeffrey. They stopped caring about users a couple of years ago. They only want corporate money, so you're going to get lots of ads in perfect HD while your show's blurry. Yeah, I noticed that. They do a thing where they're overlaying commercials on other broadcasts. Thought that was weird. And then there's this YouTube moment of Zen thing where they're covering something up. You haven't seen that?
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What the hell is that all about?
I still can't figure it out. But I'd rather watch that than commercials. So,
yeah. Big George says, Jeffrey, if you're looking for the best picture quality for a streaming television service, DirecTV Stream is the. I don't want to talk to you about this. I just got off of DirecTV, and I'm on YouTube TV for the same reason I was on DirecTV, Sunday Ticket. It's the only reason, period. If it weren't for that, I'd probably be doing something else. And maybe I would be doing DirecTV stream if it was, cost effective and Sunday Ticket didn't matter. I don't know. I hate to be that guy, but I already have the solution and I know what it is. And I forgot this step. Remember we were talking about this, Randy? I said, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the YouTube TV. I'm going to watch the Sunday Ticket, but I'm going to get an antenna for my TV. And when it's time to watch stuff on CBS, Fox, or ABC or NBC,
right?
Antenna, because that'll give me 4K quality right there.
Yeah, it should. Mm-hmm.
Do they broadcast in 4K?
It's a good question.
Hey, look that up, Keon. Don't do ABC 15. Check and see if Channel 12, KPNX, do they broadcast it with a 4K choice? Because over-air broadcasts, they've got more bandwidth. It's fatter. They like you're right. You're right. They send the stuff at 1080p to the services. What they do with it at that end is up to them. So, anyways, that was just a little bit. I don't know. I got me a little grumpy last night. Here, let me ask you something else. This is sports related. Does anybody want James Harden really?
Yeah.
Who? Why?
The Rockets really want him.
He's so inconsistent. Why would you even think about it?
Because if you are a team that needs a guy that has superstar talent, which he has displayed in his
every
career,
now and then,
sure, but it's better than not having the guy. There's some teams that that's the only guy that they can get, so they're going to take a swing on James Harden and hope that they've got a great year out of him.
Who do you think that's going to be? Do you think it'll be the Rockets? Do you think he'll stay put with the 76ers?
The Rockets have shown the most interest of any team that's not Philly. Philly would love to have him back, but they've also made it abundantly clear that if someone is willing to basically, bet the farm on James Harden, you can have him. They're not going to outbid you for him.
I got news for you. Depending on what happens with CP3 and depending on what the team does, he might end up here in Phoenix.
The only reason why that might not happen is by the time Harden and KD were done in Brooklyn, they were not on the best of terms.
I get that.
Is he ain't good with Russell Westbrook, and he ain't good with James Harden. And I don't think anybody here in the Phoenix Suns organization is ready to make KD unhappy.
I mean, I get that, but we talked on this very radio program yesterday about why Russell Westbrook would be a good fit in Phoenix.
Yeah, on player ability, he would be. On past history with Kevin Durant, maybe not the best idea.
Yeah, like they're cool now, but do they want to be teammates?
Cool enough? Yeah, are they that cool?
Yeah. It said that, they've squashed the beef, but do they want to play together ever again? It doesn't seem like that anyone's leaping at that.
I think they're much older now, and I think that they're much more mature, and I think that wouldn't really...
Are they mature? I mean, which one of them was the real reason for the fight, Randy? Which one was the real reason? Was it Westbrook or was it Kevin Durant?
Well, the way I understand it was Westbrook. I mean,
you know why?
He's the deal.
You know why? Because Kevin Durant, when he put in his locker 2 left shoes, and they went out to play a game, and Westbrook kept running around in a circle, couldn't figure out why, and that has never been something he could get over.
Is that what it was? 2 left shoes?
I don't know. I just made that up. I really don't know the real reason. So what's the real reason? I mean, that would be a reason. If somebody did that to you, that'd be a reason.
KD left, Russ stayed, and Russell Westbrook is incredibly. He's got a long memory. Very petty there. So that was the thing. Like he thought they were on the verge of a championship, which to be fair, they were. And then Kevin Durant went to the team that beat them and knocked them out of the Western Conference Finals. So that he just didn't forgive him for that.
Yeah, I don't see us taking to Harden, and I think player wise, yes, Westbrook, I'd be okay with that, but it ain't gonna happen. So who are we bringing in? You think if Chris Paul don't hang around?
Dame Lillard.
He's not interested in us. He's interested in the Miami Heat.
No, Dame Lillard.
I mean,
how would he fit in?
I think he wouldn't mind, but it's just what would you have to give? I don't even think you have enough to get him.
How much does he command for a year?
Let's see here. I mean, he's good. He's getting paid a lot. I know the Blazers just gave him a nice big new shiny contract. So they
give him a car wash card like we talked about before?
But also
free car washes.
You're gonna have to give up a lot of draft picks to go get him, and the Suns don't have any.
I'm not worried about the draft pick. I guess I should be since you said that. But his wages, as far as cap goes, okay. So not Dame. Who are we going to get?
Well, you got some free agents out there. You've got Fred VanVleet, who I like.
I want him, so I can say Fred VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet.
It's the only reason. I don't even know how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of had an off year, but he's a really good 3-point shooter, and I think a really smart point guard. That again, guy that doesn't really demand the ball a whole lot. If Vogel and Kevin Young decide they want the ball in the hands of Booker and Durant a lot most of the time, then that's one way that they can get that done. Is you get a guy that doesn't really need it, but if he's open, if the double teams are coming Durant or Booker's way, Fred VanVleet can make you pay.
Fred VanVleet is fantastic.
D'Angelo Russell is free agent from the Lakers.
Who?
D'Angelo Russell.
Who? All right, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
So he was good with the Lakers. I think the Lakers are going to try and bring him back, but the Lakers want to bring back Austin Reeves, and I don't think you can bring them both back. So decisions are going to have to be made if D'Angelo Russell's out there. Take a swing at that. I like him. I think he's really good.
We can't afford Austin Reeves, can we?
No, and also the Lakers have he's a restricted free agent, so whatever anybody offers him, the Lakers can match.
Yeah, but they can't. Their cap space is crunch.
If they don't mind going over the cap, which they're the Lakers, and they don't. So
we should go then we should go over the cap and get Austin Reeves.
I think that the Suns are going to go over the cap, but if you offer Austin any contract, the Lakers will match it.
Yeah, but did you even foresee the car wash card? How do you match that if they don't have the same car wash place in LA?
Pretty sure they have car washes
Bam!
in LA.
I don't.
Pretty sure they have.
I should be an agent.
Plenty of car washes.
Or a GM. I should be a GM.
I'm pretty sure LA has many, many wonderful car wash locations.
Well, I mean, not the same.
I mean, when you think about Los Angeles and you think about the type of cars there and the type of celebrities that are facilitating around the city of LA. I mean, you would have to
Scottsdale.
You would have to. Scottsdale is paupers compared to Los Angeles. Please. I mean, L.A. We're talking about
Hollywood.
L.A. We're talking about movie stars,
Beverly Hills,
swimming pools. Long Rolls Royces, movies. Sports entities. Magic Johnson.
If you want to take a gamble on Gabe Vincent, the way that he's played, granted, we've only seen it happen this playoff run.
Done yet, making my point.
I am
about
sorry,
car
Randy.
Washes, Keon.
I'm sorry. Overstepped my bounds there.
You did.
I try to focus on the car wash thing, Keon. Be
plenty of car wash locations that
show.
LA can match, Jeffrey. Plenty.
Yeah, Keon. Now we know why it's an off show. Okay, try to keep up. All right.
God, nobody cares about Gabe Vincent right now, Keon. It's about car washes.
I thought we wanted a point guard.
No.
All right.
Jeffrey's trying to work a deal here, and
I
we
don't need car wash codes for Gabe Vincent.
We need to find something other than car washes here in Phoenix.
I stand
frozen yogurt, Randy.
Now see, now there you go. Maybe
add a little something to it.
Frozen yogurt. Okay.
Is there enough room in the cap for sprinkles?
Yeah, I think so.
There should be.
I know a luxury tax.
Hey,
if
Matt,
you just use sprinkles, that seems weird.
Matt Ishbia is going to completely, totally obliterate the tax, guideline.
I hope so.
He's just going to go. He's going to play over the tax, luxury tax guideline.
Phoenix Suns, man, we need him. We need him to pay as much in luxury tax as he does in salaries. We'd win. For sure we'd win. Silver would be like, I can't believe I got to stop another one. No, you can't have these players.
But he doesn't have the power to do it like David Stern did because the league owned the team at the time.
Oh, that's right. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh. No, he could do it. Ishbia, you magnificent bastard. Pay that tax.
Yeah.
Win us the damn championship once. I'm so tired of hearing Ralph. Oh, but do you have a championship? That can't be the only winning argument ever. So tired of it. And even when we win a championship, you know what this is going to be? Well, we got 18. And you got 1.
Look, the goalposts are going to move. That's just what's going to happen there because that's how Ralph works.
Goalpost. I thought we were talking basketball.
I thought we were talking car wash codes.
We're talking basketball and car washes. Now all of a sudden, Keon's throwing in goalposts.
Also,
we're not talking
frozen yogurt too.
That frozen yogurt. Don't forget that, Keon.
They sell that at NFL games.
It's at NFL games. This is not like the legitimate stuff.
That's not the same. That's
The
diarrhea.
the NFL is taking ice cream, soft serve ice cream, and pawning it off as frozen yogurt. Come on,
Keon, don't be a child. Let's just take a break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine what could relief from IBS-C mean for you. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Sponsored by Appy and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
Gilbert worked in retail and restaurant management for 14 years. It was time for a change.
I recognized where I was at was vulnerable to the whims of the economy.
Then he heard about My Computer Career. Gilbert went for it.
In as little as 7 months, I got all of my certifications at a fraction of a cost for college.
He became an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
I can work from anywhere. I have more time for my family as well.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
If you're struggling, if you're lost, if you need someone to talk to, or if you're concerned about a loved one, call, text, or live chat the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. 988 crisis counselors are available 24/7 to listen and provide free, confidential support when you need it most.
Thank you for contacting 988. How can I help you today?
The first step to help and healing is 3 numbers away. When you reach out to 988, Hope always answers. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Department of Health.
At the Home Depot, we take Father's Day seriously. Why not get doing and give dad a gift card that gets him out of the house and into new projects? Because the dads who do the most deserve the most, whether he's into woodworking, yard work, or grilling up something for the family. A Home Depot gift card gives your dad the power to get everything he needs to keep doing the most. Shop today for a gift that powers dad at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Everybody's trying to consult me on the 720 1080p issue with the YouTube TV. King Kittens says, you know, when you stream ESPN and TNT with Cox, it's 1080, just so you know. And Jeffrey, TV3, CBS 5, NBC 12, they all broadcast in 1080 IHD. Fox 10 and ABC 15, well, they come in at 720. They come in on broadcast that way? Well, you cheap bastards. It's not, what, 360 more DPI, man. Why would you? What? Seriously? Are you sure? Because that just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. So, Watermelon says, I don't know when the last time Randy went to LA was, but there's a lot of strung out drug abusers and people like that all over the streets of LA.
Well, there's that and car washes.
Yeah, mostly car washes.
And where Austin Reeves lives probably doesn't have that.
Car washes?
No.
Everybody's got
strung
car
out-
washes.
Strung out
Keon.
drug abuse.
Where does he, Austin, does he live under a rock? Where does he live? Austin Reeves.
Fit under a
in a
rock.
gated community, I presume.
Oh,
with a rock.
Hmm.
The Tom says,
Maybe.
Keon, let Randy finish his point. Randy White for president 2024.
Look, I already apologized. How late can you possibly be? Let me have this.
Well,
all right?
no, he said at 3:39. I just want to make sure you heard it.
Okay. Well, I heard it. Loud and clear.
Average Joe says California has tons of water restrictions. Car wash card is kind of brilliant, actually. Thank you. Big George says in car wash code, is that code for something else? No, or
No.
fucking literal. No,
it's not
like
not a code for anything else.
not like FUBAR with Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, not at all. And he, I don't know. I just don't know what's happening anymore. So let's talk about baseball.
All right.
I know we brought this up earlier, but the Diamondbacks beat the Nationals yesterday. How were they able to play yesterday? Wasn't the smoke just as bad yesterday?
I don't know. Apparently it wasn't. And today was a getaway day. So the game was slated to go off at like 10 something Arizona time.
How about
and
the
then also,
mullet?
sorry, I was just saying that Washington being further south, I don't think that the smoke got there as soon as it did. Like it hit New York and, Philly and all of those places first, and then it got to DC.
How about that mullet, though, man? How about the mullet? Corbin Carroll.
Mullet? Oh, Corbin
Yeah.
Carroll.
Call him the mullet.
Is it a mullet?
That is some kind of mullet.
Or is it just long hair?
Oh, no, it's a mullet.
All right.
Bring up a picture of Corbin Carroll on your computer right there. You're going to see a ridiculous mullet.
Is it ridiculous?
Yeah, well, I don't care what it is. He's the 11th home run already this year. He could wear any hairstyle he wants. I don't give a damn. But when I see him, all I can think is, look at that mullet. That is a mullet.
See, I don't
I think
see
it
any.
is a mullet.
Don't see any mullet action going on here.
It's the first time I've seen a mullet and been like, we're good.
It also looks clean, which is weird.
Yes, freshly washed every day, which is
Yeah.
not really in the mullet handbook.
Corbin Carroll's going to win. He's going to win a Rookie of the Year. He's going to win it.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
I mean, if he doesn't, that is an award that does not mean anything.
Well, and if he does, that just means really good things for the Arizona Diamondbacks too. So, yeah, I'm thrilled with these Diamondbacks right now, and looking forward to seeing when they play next. So, if this game was postponed until the 22nd, who do we play next? What's up on the schedule? And have they said how many more days it's going to get all smoky and end of the world looking in DC there?
Yeah, I don't think that they know exactly how long it's going to last. Up next on the schedule for the Diamondbacks, they will be going to Detroit to play the awful Tigers.
Won't the air be worse up there?
Maybe.
It's closer to Canada.
It is, but it's also further west. So maybe not. It's hard to say.
All right. Okay.
We've got
It seems to be an East Coast thing.
3 in Detroit. Then we come home and take on Philadelphia for 4, Cleveland for 3, and then we go on the road to Milwaukee. That is the next couple of weeks.
Congratulations to Ellie De La Cruz with his 458 home run. The reason I'm congratulating him is he did it against the Dodgers when the Reds beat the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
the other day. Of course, today, though, it was a different story for the Dodgers and the Reds. But let's not think about that. Let's just think about that 458 heartbreaking home run that Ellie De La Cruz put on the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Made me happy.
Yeah, he put one on the Dodgers, that's for sure.
Wilbur says Steve Austin was a $6 million man. Thank you. What?
Hmm.
The $6 million man didn't have a secret identity. So you're not like outing anybody. It's not like we didn't know that. He didn't keep it a secret.
He wasn't hiding it.
I mean, anytime a guy jumps off the couch and goes, there's bionic stuff going on in there.
Good point.
So I don't know your point is, Wilbur. Aaron Judge got a boo-boo. And listen, I like Aaron Judge, the player. I hate the Yankees. And the Yankees got beat by the Dodgers when Aaron Judge, did he break his foot? Did he outright break his foot on that?
He bruised it. He bruised a big toe. Big toe.
Yeah, he was going back for a ball and just went right through the damn fence.
Yeah.
And he hurt his foot in the process. Well, now the Dodgers are like, sorry, not sorry, but we're going to fix it so everything's going to be fine. We don't care. But, well, see you next time. But yeah, they're going to fix it, they said.
Yeah, like apparently there was some tiling there in the fence that wasn't together that was supposed to keep it closed. And he just went right through it. So they do have to fix that. That's going to be dangerous for some other person.
Dodger Stadium, according to this, is the third oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball behind Wrigley Field and Fenway Park.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
It's been around since 1962.
Yeah, when the Dodgers bought up a whole bunch of land out from underneath some other families and drove them out of there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's like always a really dark story behind.
Yeah, there is. Chavez Ravine. Yeah.
I'm not surprised because Dodgers, right? They peed in their pool, and then they ousted people from their houses. Filthy bastards.
I know. You see the Dodgers with a new stadium? No. Why do the Diamondbacks need a new stadium?
We don't. Fix up the one you got.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, when I say that, hear me again. Fix up the one you got. Stop asking the taxpayers to fix up the one you got. Diamondbacks, your stadium. Yeah, I don't go around asking the neighbors for money when my air conditioning needs fixed or, I got a leak in the roof or something. No, I fix it myself. Diamondbacks and everyone else should fix their own damn places.
I agree.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Maybe I should run for president against Randy White.
No.
Well,
I would back out. If you were going to run against me, I would back right out.
Well, I would immediately make you my vice president.
Well, then I would run with you. I'd be your running mate.
The people might want you more than they want me, though.
No, it's too bad. Vote for Jeffrey O'Brien is a vote for Randy White.
Wait a minute. What's that mean? You're going to try to have me assassinated so you can move up and take the spot?
No, it's not.
All right, scratch that. Keon, you're going to be the vice president.
No, wait a minute.
No, hold on.
Talk about
that's because I think Randy is trying to set me up.
What do you mean? I was trying to help you. Don't be paranoid here. I was trying to help you.
It's hard not to be paranoid on a day like today.
A vote for Randy White is a vote for Jeffrey O'Brien. Do you not see what I'm doing there?
The people want Randy White, but you're running for president. So Randy is basically taking all of the voters and bringing them to your side so you can vote.
And he knows that there's going to be a faction who don't want me there and that they're going to take me out so he can be president.
I don't know anything of the sort. I don't know.
Spend more time on Twitter.
I don't know anything of the sort.
Said no one ever. Mm-hmm. More time on Twitter.
Open your eyes, Randy. The truth is out there. Elzar of the Mountain says the mullet isn't merely a hairstyle; it's a way of life.
Oh boy.
Well, at least his is clean. That
is true. Yeah,
can't ask for more of that. Wilbur says, "Why do you continue to call me Wilbur? I am Mr. Wilbur. I feel like we're more of a first name basis or whatever basis.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Wilbur. I
don't respect you enough.
It's not formal anymore, is it?
Yeah, I'm not calling you Mr. I'm just calling you Wilbur. So there. Bliss LaHaye says Randy for president. See, they want Randy. I'm just going to step down.
A vote for Randy White is a vote for Jeffrey O'Brien.
I don't need to be assassinated. So it's all yours, Randy. It's all yours.
Who's going to assassinate you?
I'm out. I've seen these movies. Have you seen A White House Down? Have you seen Designated Survivor? Have you seen Dave?
Dave?
Yeah, from 1993 with Annette Bening and Kevin Kline.
Well, then, if you're not going to go for president, would you be my running mate then?
No, I'm out. I don't want anything to do with it. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous for me. Average Joe says I'm voting Keon for president. Well, then Randy and I will then run against him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll have to put my hat in the ring.
I will go through the motions and barely try.
Like your job.
Now, come on.
Keon, how long you been working here? Not counting today.
Yeah, not counting today.
Almost a couple of years.
That's too
August,
bad.
Right? Yeah, August.
Yeah,
that's too bad.
Kiss the Cook says, I think as of now, with their trust being eroded, the PGA players should unionize to protect the individual and future interests and or players should either vote Jay out or ask that he resign.
Oh, I think this is going to be. Listen, this is a dark week for golf everywhere, in my opinion. And I don't care what these guys are shilling out now about 9/11. I don't want to hear it. This is all a money grab.
Yeah.
And
Randy,
in my opinion, Jay Monahan is done as commissioner.
You're 100% right. But Kiss the Cook, I think, is listening to the podcast. I don't think he hears you right now. Because he's talking about what we were talking about yesterday.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
I can always tell when somebody's listening to the damn podcast. Big George says, Jeffrey, I support your candidacy for president. I'm out. No, you don't. He says, I'll vote for you. Can I be your attorney general? Yeah, sure. But I'm not running. I'm not going to run.
The people want you, Jeffrey.
No, the people want you.
No.
And I'm not going to get in the way of that. Hell no. All right, hour 2 is up next. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $40 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $18 a month, a savings of nearly $300 a year.
Whether you need a $100,000 policy or a $10 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. In a hurry? Don't worry. With SelectQuote, you can get up to $2 million in instant, affordable same-day coverage with no medical exam.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-723-5330. That's 1-800-723-5330. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-723-5330.
Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine what could relief from IBS-C mean for you. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Oh, you're right, Beer Bob. But they both apply, really. He says, Jeffrey, that movie, Dave, starred Kevin Kline. That was a Sigourney Weaver in that one. I think you're getting that mixed up with the American president with Michael Douglas and Annette Bening. Yes, you're right. And let me just say this. It's the same damn movie, really. I think it's the same movie. And both apply to this situation, I think. Pretty sure they both apply. You know, I don't remember for sure. I do remember that Dave was pretty funny, and the American president, it was pretty good. I don't know. I think they're both pretty good. Have you guys seen either of these movies?
I have not. No.
I think I saw American President. I think
they're not required. You know what I'm saying? These aren't manly movies, but they're not unmanly movies. They're just movies. So, George says, Jeffrey, if you're out, I want to put my full support behind Randy White for
Thanks,
president.
George. Thank you.
Randy, as president, what will your top priority be? Illegal immigration, the economy, the Ukraine, getting rid of daylight savings time, Nets in baseball, reining in some out of control umpires, making the Seattle Kraken change their name by executive order. It's going to be Randy.
All those things at the same time.
Yeah, I support that. I'll stump for you. You know, that's what they call it when you go up and say things. I'll say nice
Last time you
things
said
for
you'd stump for me, it hurt for 2 weeks.
I said I'd give you a stump. You kept messing with me.
That's what it was.
You don't touch me if I don't want you to touch me. Lost Toby says, I'll be the campaign manager. Yeah, I'm pretty good at winning. All right. If needed, Lost Toby, we can talk. Kean Kenton says, can we get a Keon Rose declaration for president with his BioNTech deep voice sound? What is he talking about?
BioNTech deep voice sound.
I don't know. I think that's something I read for Money Radio.
Oh,
yeah.
BioNTech?
Let's hear it.
And Pfizer. I don't remember the whole spot. I read
Pfizer.
it. I recorded
Get a boner
it
with Pfizer.
And then I forgot it.
Was it like that?
No, I wasn't
Pfizer.
I wasn't trying to make a deep voice. I don't know.
Become a tripod with Pfizer.
Pitch your tent with Pfizer.
Open elevators with your hands full with Pfizer.
Tell people what direction to go.
Be a weather vane with Pfizer. It's funny. Moments ago, I kissed my wife as she was leaving. She says, I'll be listening. Yeah, that's probably over now. Hookamati says, will Randy fall down as much as Biden? That's the real question. Okay, let me just answer this. Yes, absolutely. Randy is not going to be a sober president. So there will be plenty of opportunities for some thrills and spills. Right, Randy?
I mean, why not?
At least Randy will have a good reason.
He'll be loosened up. He'll be loosened up. So when he goes to go fall down, he's not going to hurt. He's going to go, that's it.
There's only one thing you can do in life with a stiffy. The rest of the time, you need to be nice and loose.
No, Randy.
See what I'm saying?
We're talking about drinking, not the Pfizer commercial anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. Beer Bob says, got to disagree with you, Jeffrey. The movie Day was about replacing the president with the lookalike. Yeah, that was pretty good. The American president was more about him dating and trying to be reelected. Both apply. I worry about both. Bruno Baller says, when Randy is president, the Monday after the Super Bowl, that's a national holiday, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just mark it down right now.
Same thing for me if I were going to be president, but I'm not going to be president. I'm going to let Randy be president. I think Randy beat me in an election.
I don't think so.
I think so. I found a guy that probably should win man of the day, but Berg might not like this. I posted this up on the Twitter at RadioPal1580. And there's this guy who was at the Cleveland Guardians game. And he's sitting there with a big old Bertman original ballpark mustard container, like the giant Costco size mustard. And he's got a wooden spoon, and he ate an entire jar of mustard watching the game, a tub of it. And he's just sitting there eating his mustard right there. That's amazing. I think we've seen a guy do mayonnaise too, right?
Yes. Yeah. Like a year ago.
I wonder if it's the same guy.
No, I don't think it is. No.
Do you think he showed up with it nearly empty and just kept doing that, just try to get people to take his picture? Or did he legit eat all the mustard?
Boy, it's a tough call. That's a tough
I have
call.
to think that if someone is recording you, that's because they sat down and literally watched you eat a jar of mustard.
Yeah.
Because it's not impressive enough that you just had the jar.
I know we got lawyers listening, but I know we got doctors listening. But is there anybody out there in the healthcare profession that can tell us if you eat a giant tub of mustard, can that kill you? You know what I mean? What would that do to you if you? I don't know how many ounces are in the giant Costco thing of mustard, but I feel like that could probably kill you. So that's why I'm a little bit suspicious.
It's just mustard.
Well, no, but just anything too much can kill you. You sit there and guzzle gallons of milk, you'll die. Same thing with Coca-Cola. Same thing with many things. If you overdo, if you just sit. So that is a giant. If you see, look at the video. It is this big. It's not a regular jar.
Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah.
It's a big one. That's like a, elementary school sized, and they're sitting there making the sandwiches. That's a lot of ounces. So if you're listening, and these things, like the Dr. Screaming Eagle, we have some other doctors, Doc Mike. If you know this, let me know. Is this guy dead? If he eats the whole thing. Hook'em Hottie says, I saw this guy in Sports Center. I just want to know how he got that mustard because I can't even take a big person to one of these games. Maybe he bought it at the concessions. Like, can I have that?
Are you going to use that?
See, that's a good point. I wonder how this guy got it into the
Well,
stadium.
if you walk up to the security guy, right, and you got a giant thing of mustard, and they're like, "What the hell?" And you're like, you open it up, and you're like, "This mustard, and here's my wooden spoon. Stir it around so there's nothing hidden in there." And if you walk through with the mustard, it doesn't set off the alarm. Why wouldn't they let you take it in? You can take in at Chase Field. We heard people say, hey, buy some water here. You can take it in the park. Buy some snacks here. It's cheaper in the park. You can take it in. So I don't know why they wouldn't do that for the Cleveland Guardians.
So I don't know how much mustard it takes to make you sick.
Right.
But according to the healthline.com, consuming large amounts of mustard may result in abdominal pain and diarrhea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's probably what's more likely to happen there is he's just going to be indisposed for the next couple of days.
So to give you an idea, and this looks smaller, I just looked it up, a French's classic yellow mustard jar, 105 ounces. And it looks smaller than what that guy had. I am pretty sure if you eat that much mustard, you're going to die. I feel like death is nearby, is a friend of yours. And you might want him to be a friend of yours.
You might be begging for the sweet release of death after.
Mayonnaise is bland. You could eat all that and wouldn't even realize you were dying. Mustard, you'd be like, that'd be emanating from every pore, just saying.
I bet all the guy gets is diarrhea. I bet that's all that happens to him.
Big George says, well, Jeffrey, I read that one. Sorry. Up there is that mustard tub guy is my new hero. That is God's condiment. Perfect on a hot dog. Oh, don't start that crap.
Oh, no.
I don't want to start the mustard versus ketchup. Just go with God. All right. Beer Bob says, how are people getting those into the stadiums? Seriously, you can take a jug of mustard into Chase Field. They won't even care. He says, I get like strip search when I bring in a bottle of water. Yeah, because you put it in your front pocket really low. Makes people curious. Last Optimist says,
Let's see what you did there.
Last Optimist says some fraternity pledges found out the hard way that chugging 5 gallons of water during a pledge week hazing is going to kill you. That's what I'm talking about, Last Optimist. So this is kill you kind of mustard right there. Hook'em Hottie says, all right, maybe different rules. In Texas, you can only take an unopened bottle of water, and they check. Why's it got to be unopened? Why do they care if it's open or unopened? I don't get that. And he says, if you do bring in snacks, it has to be in a clear bag. Yeah, there's just a lot of guns in Texas, Kiss the Cook says, okay, meat. I missed yesterday's radio show. That's why my comments delayed. You just call me meat? Are you a producer? Because that's the only people who can call us meat. He says, one thing for sure, if any of yous run for president, I'm still officially the president pro tempore. No, you're not. You don't get to just say that, Kiss the Cook. I think we get to establish that.
Kiss the Cook thinks he's the president?
Tempur.
Mm.
I'm saying no. He also says that eating that much mustard will make his poop look a little jaundiced. You know, he's going to pass something that looks a lot like cheese. He's not wrong about that.
So literally giving credence to who cut the cheese.
Mm-hmm. It has a mustardy kind of.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Got a little twang to it.
Got a little bite to it.
Last Optimist says, if the bottle is open, it is likely vodka. If I wanted to get vodka in, let me just tell you what I would do. I would get that water bottle, empty it out, put the vodka in it, and then I would put the cap on, and I would just use a heat gun to sort of squish the that little thing that you know I'm talking about, the little ring,
little two parts of the tab there. Yeah.
Bam. How you like them apples? Vodka. Bruno Baller says, "Hey Keon, any interest in that super regional between Texas and Stanford?"
Yeah, I mean, there's some interest there. Not a sport that I follow as closely, but it's gonna be fun.
Hey, you're saying something about Big 10 or Big 12?
It was the Big 12.
Big 12 is going to be doing international games.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Why? Boy, that's a great question. And I think that the Big 12 just wants to have something that sets them apart from the Big 10 and the SEC. And they know that they're lagging behind. So this is a thing that maybe they can do. They're going to have a basketball game in Mexico City. I think Kansas, and I don't remember who they're playing. And then they are trying to plan a bowl game in Mexico City as well.
So I get it when the NFL goes to other countries to try to find more fans, to buy more things, and it's a money thing. College, what are you getting out of this? Going to other countries and playing a game. That what? Why? Is there money to be made from this?
That's what I'm trying to understand. As it turns out, they're also trying to look at men and women's college basketball, baseball, soccer. They are looking to try and get a number of games over there. Why? That is beyond me. I am not entirely certain what the plan is, other than to get attention, to have something that separates them from the other two conferences. Okay. Now, I would say being good should be the plan, but you know, that's just me.
So basically, the Big 12 is the guy sitting there eating a jug of mustard, just trying to get attention. You don't go to a damn game with a wooden spoon and a giant jug of mustard because you just love it so damn much.
I mean, come on.
Somebody's trying to get attention.
He's got to be just trying to do that for clicks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He wanted to weigh on
that
TV
wooden spoon and he got him with it like a mom. You ever get the wooden spoon?
Yeah.
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 You know, it's funny though. Dishwasher took one of our wooden spoons and curved it. And so when people come over, I always try to bring that out to make it look like we beat the hell out of our kids.
Oh my God.
You don't want to stay here.
Wait, what happened to your spoon? Yeah, you don't want to ask. Don't mention the kids. They'll wince. Anyway, remember that lady who dipped her chicken finger in her soda at the U.S. Open a few years ago? Everybody made a big deal of that. She had chicken finger, and she's just like, bloop, bloop.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
That ain't no big deal versus a jug of mustard, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, still very strange, but no, not even close.
All right, so I'm going to tell you the only thing spoon plus jug of should be consumed like this. And then you can argue with me. You can tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me your version. My version is peanut butter. That makes more sense. Sit there eating peanut butter, having a big old jug.
With a wooden spoon?
Any spoon will do.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Probably a metal spoon would be better for that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there's a lot of protein. It's tasty. You know, that's good. That's good stuff. Good for you. I don't know if you'd want to eat the entire thing, but sitting there with a giant spoon, consuming straight. Like, what would yours be? What would yours be? Peanut butter is just, I would think, is universal.
Yeah. I would think peanut butter is probably the best one there. Because anything else, I mean, you know, you don't want like a giant jug of jelly.
Well, yeah, actually, I would. I do that too. Jam, strawberry jam.
I mean, just.
In fact,
I raise my blood sugar through the roof. But yeah,
my wife would say, "You bring the jelly, I'll bring the peanut butter," and we could switch every now and then.
That's true. That's smart.
Might be easier to just bring some sandwiches, but I'm just saying, what can you eat straight like that? And you're like, oh, I better stop.
I mean, peanut butter really is dangerous for me. I should not just start eating peanut butter because I could finish a container of peanut butter.
How about you, Randy?
You guys are probably going to freak out, but I like that marshmallow cream.
Not freaking out. I understand that.
No, that's delicious.
That is probably more of a diabetic shock than peanut butter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not good for you by any means, but I could eat a whole jar of that stuff.
Jar? Yeah. Tub? Think you could go tub?
Well, I don't think they make it in a tub.
Go to Costco. They make everything in a tub.
That's true. That's true.
Guarantee it.
There's that.
Guarantee it. You know, I loved, and then I found out the hard way. I would have answered, give me a giant tub of raisins, and I just sit there and eat them until somebody gave me a giant box of raisins, and I ate the whole thing in one sitting. I did not see the outside of a bathroom for a while. They're like little miniature prunes if you're not careful. That was a mistake.
So you were just like Mustard Guy's about to be.
Oh, yeah. He probably didn't
done.
leave the stadium. He's still there in a bathroom somewhere. Call my wife.
Yeah.
Average Joe says a large can of processed nacho cheese sauce. How about that? I can respect that. Not bad.
Yeah.
Big George loves him some marshmallow cream too.
Oh, yeah.
Bruno Baller says, I wouldn't be interested in it, but a big jar of pudding. Huh? Ooh, tapioca. Now we're talking. If there was a big jug of tapioca, I probably wouldn't know where to stop there either. Love the tapioca.
That's true. I haven't had tapioca pudding in a long time. I'd have to fix that.
Hookamati says, Keon and I are, of course, Longhorns. Speaking of the Big 12, everyone should watch OU softball in their College World Series today. They have something incredible. Giant thighs? What? I don't know what. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
No, they're just really damn good. They're just way too good.
I think this will be their 59th consecutive win.
Oh my God.
We know that because Boomer Sooner don't shut up about it. But
and also it'll be their third or fourth national championship in a row. Third.
I wonder where they go from there when they graduate. Is there professional women's softball?
There is actually professional women's softball.
Why do you never see it on TV?
It's not on TV. No, they
should be on TV.
They have leagues around the country that these girls play in and they get paid. It's not a huge
No,
thing.
listen up. I think it should be on TV. I'm not even trying to be rude or nothing. You know why? Every guy I know will pause and watch some women's softball. My entire life, there have been times where I'm sitting somewhere, I look over, and his dude's got the women's softball on. And I'll say, why are you watching that? Because it's really good. Oh, I think there should be a market for women's softball. This is one of those things we talk about. If a lot of people will watch it, the market will bear it. They should be airing this stuff. Somebody is missing a giant opportunity because them girls is good. As much as I make jokes about them, and it's not really a joke, it's just a fact. Giant thighs. I'm just saying they're very good. That is some good ball, right, Randy?
Oh yeah, it's great ball. Yeah, I love to watch women's softball.
Should be on TV.
And I would think that would be a something you could market as well. But the women go from this and then they play for the United States. They have a U.S. team and they play other global teams. For world championships, that sort of thing. But there's a small women's professional softball league.
Somebody needs to invest in this and make it bigger. I'm not messing around. I think it would be bigger and better than the WNBA.
With the way ESPN covers it, I'm surprised they don't pick it up and put it on ESPN. You know, for heaven's sakes, they have professional cornhole. Why couldn't they have the professional women's softball teams?
Just Randy, do they play during the summer?
Yeah, I think they do.
Because if they do, I mean, ESPN is starving for content during the summer. I don't watch bowling when they have it on. It's bowling. You know, the guys are really good at it, but it's bowling.
Yeah,
it's bowling.
And I'd rather watch softball.
Careful, Radio Ron, big bowler.
Yeah, no, it's just I'd rather watch softball.
You were so close to a raise. You were so close.
I
Hokamati
don't think that's true,
says,
but
that and beach volleyball, every guy stops to watch that. You're a gal. Why are you? I'm trying to help. Don't bring up the skimpy outfits of the beach volleyball. Of course, every guy is going to stop to watch that. I'm talking about the softball and how good they are at it, and let that stand on its own. Don't cheapen this, Hokamati. Last Optimist says, yeah, why isn't ESPN broadcasting professional women's beach volleyball? Okay, that's you're not helping. I'm trying to help the gals, and you guys are turning this into something else.
Yeah, it's June through August 7th. It looks like women's professional fast pitch softball. Yeah, and they have. I'm trying to figure out the teams here, but this would be something that you could even. It says on this website, wprofastpitch.com, you could even own a team. So you could buy a team if you wanted to.
How much?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
I'm not even trying to be silly or satirical here. I really do think that there is a market. If you put it up there on the TV, people will watch it. The women's softball. Just saying. All right, we got to take a break. And when we come back, I got a little cautionary tale man talk, and then we're going to talk some NFL football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
If you have an IRA or 401k, please listen closely. My name is Jason Hansen. I'm a former CIA officer and New York Times bestselling author. Throughout my career, let's just say I've been in some hairy situations. And I believe right now, the biggest threat facing Americans is they need to protect their wealth, which is exactly what I'm doing for my wife and 6 kids. And I believe the ultimate safe haven is physical gold and silver. You can protect your hard-earned retirement assets with a tax-free loophole that allows you to convert your retirement into physical gold and silver. The folks I use are Advantage Gold, and believe me, I've investigated the heck out of all types of people. Advantage Gold is the nation's highest rated gold company. They have the best process, pricing, and service. If you want to get your free gold and silver investment kit, please contact Advantage Gold right now, and you'll see how easy it is to protect yourself with precious metals. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Call 800-900-8000.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
At the Home Depot, we take Father's Day seriously. Why not get doing and give dad a gift card that gets him out of the house and into new projects? Because the dads who do the most deserve the most, whether he's into woodworking, yard work, or grilling up something for the family. A Home Depot gift card gives your dad the power to get everything he needs to keep doing the most. Shop today for a gift that powers dad. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
New schedule, new season, new direction. This year, the Cardinals will travel over 25,000 miles. They will do battle against Bears, Browns, Texans, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Eagles, Steelers, and Commanders on the road. They will face the Bengals, Cowboys, Giants, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Falcons, and Ravens at home.
Think there won't be drama?
When it comes to Arizona Cardinals football, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey, Butler here on 1580, The Fanatic. Let's go ahead and clean up the text line and we'll get to other things. Lost Toby says, I'll take a large Colombian energy powder. What? I don't think they're going to let you get a large jar of what you think that is in there. I like how you go from being a campaign manager to bringing a giant jar of cocaine into a sporting event.
Colombian energy power is cocaine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you might not be the right person for our candidate. You know what I'm saying? May not be a good idea. Kyle G says, I always thought it was strange there was no MLSB, especially when college softball is so popular. That's what I'm saying, Kyle G. There needs to be some major league softball.
Well, and there is I believe it's growing. Former Reds big leaguer Brandon Phillips, he owns a team. He brought it to the Dallas area, so Dallas has a team. There's Tulsa, Oklahoma has a team. I would have to. Texas has a team.
All they gotta do is televise this stuff.
And they have like a subscription service you can subscribe to watch, and it's a pretty good season. I mean, they play at the problem is they play the softball fields are generally D1 softball fields at colleges, universities. Those are the facilities they're at. It's too bad they haven't marketed this better. But I would imagine at some point it could end up on ESPN.
Yeah, it's not that hard these days to put something on TV,
especially in the months that they're June, July, and August.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
And
Quiet
they've
Cannon,
got the ESPN3, so even if you think, okay, I don't want it on TV, you could at least put it on.
Well,
there.
they've got the ESPNW.
Yeah, the ESPNW. There is like 5-6 ESPNs, right?
I mean, yeah, I just think the 3 for just streaming. If you want to experiment there and see how it tests, how people like it,
you just throw it on.
I think it would be enormously popular. Yeah.
Quiet Cannon says women's sports like beach volleyball and softball are not competitive enough on a broad scale for people to bet on people. They'll become popular if people bet on the women's sports. Well, you're not going to think to bet on it if you're not seeing it on a regular basis.
Yeah,
and I disagree. They are pretty damn competitive.
No, they're very competitive. Yeah.
Cardinal Art says, did someone say Jenny Finch? Beer me, Randy. Maybe, please, can I have a weather forecast report kind of muggy thing outside? Yo.
Well, it's not very muggy outside. From the 1580 The Fanatic, Harvard Stoller Studio Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Air quality alert in effect because there's some wildfires that are going on. Today, we're looking for a high of about 92 degrees. Currently under cloudy skies, 91 degrees. This weekend, 93, 96, 92. Monday, 89 degrees. No chance of rain in the foreseeable future. Sunshine and just kind of a nice weekend ahead of us. Kind of meat you're going to be smoking. From the 1580 The Fanatic, Harman Solar Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeff Cole.
Thank you, Randy. And Cardinal Art and Beer Bob still bringing up Jenny Finch. It says, is the NPF still around? Jenny Finch used to be a big star for the Chicago Bandits there. And Wilbur saw what you did there, Randy. Broad scale. Come on, man. I don't think he meant broad like that.
No.
Wilbur.
Mr. Wilbur.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Big George says, Randy, I'm going to be coming into town next Father's Day to go to Diamondbacks game. What's the weather is going to be like then?
Oh, on the Father's Day?
Still kind of cool, right? It's going to be warming up by then, I think.
Well, it's going to be in the hundreds. It's in the low hundreds. Yeah. It'll be a good time for you to be inside at the ballpark at down at the Bob. Yeah.
Bruno Baller says it's hot during the day, but the evening morning hours, they're still kind of pleasant.
Boy, it was beautiful this morning when I got up and let Cecil the Wonder Dog out. It was wonderful outside.
Well, this is what I was talking about yesterday, and you poo-pooed me when I said, I think maybe this is going to be a cooler than normal summer. June is starting out really cool.
Well, I hope so, because I'm playing golf this weekend at the Vigvom. So I hope it's going to be a great day on Sunday.
At the Vigvom?
At the Vigvom.
What the hell's a Vigvom?
That's the wigwam. But I call
when you say wigwam,
I call it the Vigvom. I mean,
are you German?
It's my thing.
Und sie going to the Vigvom.
Und we will go to the Vigvom. Und we will like it.
Yeah. Huh. You're going to teach me how to golf someday, right?
Well, I mean, anytime you're ready to commit, I'm ready to go.
Too late now. It's June. You got to teach me in the winter months.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Lost Toby says next weekend is going to be 110. That has not been reported, Lost Toby.
Well,
that has not been reported.
I've got the low hundreds right now. It could always change. Listen, the weather is something that is always subject to change.
All right, listen, we have to do a little cautionary man talk real fast.
Oh, no.
Okay, I don't have a man of the day today, but you can learn from the mistakes of other people.
Yes, you can.
And I think the mistake here is not going to be where you think it is. Okay. If this guy actually had plans to use what he stole at the age he is, they should have just given him a high five, shook his hand, congratulations, and let him go.
Yeah.
Because we don't need more people walking around like Al Pacino knocking up people at the age of 80.
Oh,
Here's
boy.
what happened
Yeah.
is this 85-year-old guy got arrested for trying to steal condoms.
What?
Yeah. This 85-year-old guy, he walked into a convenience store, put 2 packs of the rubbers in his pocket. He tried to leave. Manager saw him do it, stopped him at the door, and said, "Hey, call the cops." And the cops showed up. They said, "Yeah, about $14 worth of rubbers right here." Dude,
why would he try to hijack $14 worth of raincoats?
And if he's 85, man, just say, "Good for you, man. Good for
Well,
you."
I mean, yeah. What size were they? The extra large or?
Well, I didn't say that.
It's too bad.
But I'm just saying, if you're 85 and
was it the Magnum Pluses?
why are you
So-
fixated on the size of an old man's wiener?
What is it? Was it the ribbed for her pleasure? Ribbed for her pleasure.
I don't know. If it's 2 boxes of condoms, that means $7 a piece.
Is that French tickler model?
Whatever the $7 versions are. That's what he sold.
$7.
Yeah, $7 a box.
How many's
I
in a
haven't-
box?
I haven't bought condoms.
I mean, for
in-
$7, I mean, how many times am I going to get to use these raincoats? $7. How much are in a box?
Well, now you know why you stole them. You know, you're on a fixed income. You got to make choices. You know, my medication or the rubbers. Well, I'm going to steal the rubbers.
Look, dude, just lay $7 down. Come back and get them when you need them. Why do you got to take 2 boxes? Are you getting that much tail that you
That
need
is
to be
another reason
getting,
we
like,
should
the 2
applaud him.
boxes at a time?
This is another reason we should applaud this man. At
What
85,
the hell's going on at this guy's house?
he reaches over and goes, "One won't be enough."
Wow.
It's going to be a long night, Mabel.
Got to combat inflation somehow.
I hope you ate your oatmeal this morning, darling.
So then, on the other end of the spectrum,
Yes.
cautionary tale,
Uh-huh.
they don't do this because it's tacky. I guess somebody did a poll and they found that nearly 1 in 8 men under the age of 35 admit to bringing a condom to a funeral, just in case.
A condom to a funeral?
You find somebody who's vulnerable and crying, and you're like, "Oh, here." And then next thing you know, chicka wow wow.
Is that like our old friend in Wounded Deer Hill?
It's like Morningwood, MOUR, Morningwood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, that's not the time for it. It's not the time for it. And no, not talking about necrophiliacs. If that's the case, you don't need a condom for that. Well, you
Damn.
might protect yourself. I don't know. Just saying, don't do that. Don't be that person. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Okay, and here's another one where I was like, "Ooh, man of the no, it's wrong." Sometimes I see things and I'm like, "Man of the day, yeah, I can't do that."
Okay.
There's,
All right.
I don't know. I don't think they caught the guy, but in
Does this involve
Forsyth,
condoms again?
no.
All right.
In Forsyth County, Georgia, the cops they clocked a Ferrari going 178
Oh, that's just cruising for a Ferrari.
on Georgia 400.
That's just a cruise.
Going southbound out of the county.
Yeah.
And of course, all the time that Keon spent in the South, going 178 miles an hour to get the hell out of there is probably, standard, probably understood.
Yeah.
Probably
You could get it.
standard. Yeah. But yeah, they
Was it one of the Georgia football players again?
they didn't catch him. By the way, if you get caught super speeding in Georgia, it's $200 fine gets tacked on to the end of your ticket. Here in Arizona, if you're going over, I think 90, I think over 90, you get a federal like a felony stop, like they want to whoop you, and then you get charged over 200 here, more than 200. I actually got pulled over going 99 miles an hour once. Here's why. I was 35 years old, and I had spent some time up in Sedona, and I'm driving back, and I'm 35, thinking about life, and I'm like, and there wasn't much traffic, and I'm like, and it's downhill, and I won't tell you the car, but I will say that I did reach over 100 miles an hour. I had only slowed down to 99 when I came around the curve, and I got lit up by the state trooper. And he pulls me over, and he comes over to the passenger side, and he's mad. Oh, you could tell he's steaming. And I lower the window. He's like, "What do you have to say for you?" I said, "It's my birthday." And you can tell he kind of almost started laughing. By the end of the traffic stop, this guy was my best bud.
Yeah,
we were back there talking, and I even asked him, said, "Hey man, when these trucks go by and that all that wind comes off, does that ever blow your hat off your head?" He's like, "It pisses me off. Sometimes I think they get close enough to do it on purpose." We bonded. And so at the end, he says, "I like you. So here's what I'm going to do. I can't let you get away with anything, but I will write down a 90 instead of a 99. That way you don't go to jail. You only have to pay an extra couple $100 of a ticket." And I was like, "Thank you. You're my best friend." And I drove away a free man. How lucky is that?
Very.
Moral of the story, be nice to the cops when they pull you over. You never know. It might go your way. I really thought I was going to be face down on some hot pavement. I really did. He was so mad.
Yeah.
Another cautionary tale here. Sometimes you need to think through your promotions. If you own a business, seems like a good idea at the time, and then suddenly you get shown that it's not. A nightclub in Australia called Woodshed on Hindley, they kind of got in a little trouble there after promotion where they offered women free drinks. Well, a lot of places do that, don't they? Ladies' night, free drinks for the ladies, double price for the men, and that way you gets the girls there, right? And you can maybe get a chance with them, right? But here they said free drinks based on bra size. The ad said bigger the better. Women can get 1 free drink with an A cup, 2 free drinks with a B cup, and 3 for a C cup. And it wasn't bad enough. They also said, and hey, ladies, while you're here, if your bra's uncomfortable, hang it up and let them loose. That means you too, boys, trying to be funny, but really just being bad. And so I don't know if you saw this coming, but there was a backlash. And
no kidding.
You don't say.
Called them misogynistic.
I don't know where they got that idea.
Honestly. Bar canceled the promotion. They apologized. They said, "Yeah, we weren't trying to body shame anybody or whatever. We're just workshopping ideas to be fun."
That's not workshopping. Is when you do it before you put it out there.
Yeah. Talk it out. Maybe have a few ladies in the room going, "The hell's wrong with you?" I mean, it sounds like an amazing, no. And you know what, though? I'll tell you what. If it was some ladies' bar and they were like doing penis size, they would just think they were so clever, and they wouldn't, they wouldn't think twice about it. You know why I know that? Because when I did stand-up comedy, you know how many women I saw coming in with a balloon tied up in the shape of a big old penis on their bachelor party? Girls, oh my God, she's getting married. And that's all they talked about was penis, little plastic penis, the penis. And they were going up to people and asking them about that. So don't act like you women wouldn't do the same exact damn thing.
Uh-huh.
You know why they don't? Because they really don't have to. We show up. We don't need a man's night. We just show up hoping. We're just hoping. Women, you gotta lure them out. So
like there are clubs that women get in free, and if you're a man, you have to pay. And men still show up, I notice.
But I think they just went too far with the cup size, situation.
That was very specific. Uncomfortably specific.
So how many drinks do you get for like a double D cup?
Get a keg.
And where does it stop?
Pony keg.
So that's the point. What I'm trying to make. Cautionary tale. Might want to consult women when you're doing this sort of promotion that involves women, just to make sure you don't get in trouble. And have to shut down your bar for a while. 888-368-1580. And Hefty Lefty wants you to know that a 40-pack of condoms at Costco is only $12. Peter Longwood says, my friend's little brother caught him with a box of condoms, asking what they were for. He said, "Hey, well, they're for keeping my cigarettes dry in the rain." So the next day, little brother went to the drugstore and asked the druggist for a box of condoms. The druggist said, "What's the size?" And he said, "Big enough to fit a camel." Because, Peter Longwood, I tried. Kiss the Cook says, "Oh, man, I'd have bought them for the old guy. I wouldn't have called the cops on him."
Right?
I know, man.
Yeah, it's just like $14, or at least say, look, I'll pay for one of those if you really don't want. I mean,
No. You do them the full solid.
I mean,
you do them
it's
the full
just-
solid. I mean, sometimes old people will steal stuff for the thrill of it. So this guy was definitely a thrill seeker in every way possible. Kathy Lassie says,
No kidding.
double D and gets up to 2 drinks and a back brace. 3 back brace. Beer Bob says, did you guys hear about that sexual position? 69 now is going to be called 96. Yeah, do the inflation cost. Okay, I'm not going to. I see where you're going there, but I can't say that. You've just confused everybody. Like, where's this going? Nah. Kiss the Cook says, when I was a bartender, my roommate and I had a rule: no bras served first. So if they weren't wearing a bra, they got served first. You made it sound like you were serving bras. Weird. Big George says, didn't Owen Wilson do that in Wedding Crashers? Yeah, he started to crash funerals instead of weddings when Vince Vaughn got married.
That's true.
That is true. I forgot about that. Yeah. Lost Toby wants to know, hey, on the wigwam there, which course, Randy? He says, I like the red one.
I have no idea. I played the red, I played the blue, and I played the gold. I don't know which one. My stepson is choosing the course this weekend. Probably red, I would assume.
Red sounds hard.
No, I think it's longer.
We're still talking about golf?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Want to know the best part?
It was free?
Nope.
The fact that it's on America's largest 5G networks?
Nope. It's the ding.
Oh, yeah. Love the ding.
Right? It's all about the ding. It's the dingarooski, the dingarone, the ring-a-ding-ding.
Unleash your power to save with Boost. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone when you switch. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power.
And the ding.
Limited time offer. New customers only. Available on select networks. 5G not available everywhere. One device per line. Tax excluded. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hello, everyone. Desert Equity Lending is back again with a mortgage product that we have all been waiting for. We are excited to offer once again the no document loan that we all remember from years ago. That's right. It's a true no document loan. Remember when stated income loans were available? They were the most popular mortgages available for self-employed, as well as for those borrowers that couldn't quite show enough income to qualify using regular underwriting guidelines. This new no doc loan is changing the way people get approved for a mortgage. Listen to this. No income, no problem. No tax returns, no problem. It doesn't take perfect credit to qualify either. If you have a good down payment and decent credit, you need to call now. These mortgages are being approved for primary residence as well as a second home. We are doing it the old-fashioned way. We use common sense underwriting to approve what other banks walk away from. Call 602-509-3000 to talk with a real person that can get you answers in hours, not days. That's 602-509-3000. Make the call. You will be glad you did. Desert Equity Lending. Desert Equity Lending, MB 0906989, NMLS 1733369. Conditions and restrictions apply.
Next up, Straight Talk from Doug.
Ever notice that saying no offense is offensive? Like, no offense, but you're overpaying for your wireless. See? Offensive.
That's the Straight Talk talking. Get unlimited plans as low as $35 a month from Straight Talk on America's most reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com. On the $35 plan, first 10 gigabytes data at high speed, then 2G speeds. Refer to the latest terms at straighttalk.com based on most first place rankings, root metrics, second half 2022 assessments of 125 metros. Experiences vary, not an endorsement.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
Today, the Blender here on 1580. The Fanatic got some breaking news for Randy White. Something that's
breaking news. Did you say breaking news?
Yeah, should make you pretty happy.
This is breaking news.
All right.
A couple of things actually, but this one just broke. The Arizona Cardinals have signed Michael Wilson. I guess he's 6'2". He's a wide receiver, and trying to help add some height to the wide receiver position where everybody is under 5'9", 5'9", 5'7", 5'7". Well, Michael Wilson, according to this, says he had a rough college career, but with the mentorship of a former Bengals wide receiver, he's got a chance to make an early impact in the pros. Yeah. So Humazimada has worked with him. TJ Hushmanimada. How do you say his name again?
TJ Hushmanzada.
Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway, so they have signed him up.
Well, congratulations to the Cardinals. 6'2", 213. He's a rookie. Hushmanzada has helped him out, and
he is not 5'9".
No,
that's good. Hefty Lefty says it's pronounced TJ Hujamama.
Hujamama.
I think that actually is probably more correct.
All right.
I stand corrected.
Very good.
Also, DJ Humphries, he's back from back injury.
Well, that's good.
He's been habbing.
Yeah.
He habbed and then he rehabbed.
So is he completely habbed then?
No, I don't know if he's completely habbed, but he's been habbing. He's
been habbing and then rehabbing, but is he completely completed with his habbing?
I don't think he's absolutely ready, but he's out there. He says running around with the guys, trying to talk a little junk, so it's fun. He says all this time he's been habbing and rehabbing.
Okay.
Here's the quote. He says, "Have you ever been in school suspension or silent lunch or anything like that?" He says, "That's what it felt like. I had to train in the weight room, watching out the window, all the guys running around the field, got the windows up in here. And I'm like, man, is this about torturing me? Is this what's going on here?" So he was just dying the whole time. He just wanted to be out there playing with the boys, but yet he was still habbing and rehabbing.
Especially in that weight room. Voted worst weight room in the entire existence of man.
That's why the torture line, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But so now he's out there ready to get into it.
Well,
man.
good.
So,
all right. Things
Not
are
bad.
starting to look up for the Cardinals.
Yep. It can't hurt. It just can't hurt. 888-368-1580. Hookamati says, I got pulled over going 101 into 65. I only got a warning. I too made the cop laugh very hard. It's a little easier for women, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Hefty Lefty says, I hope he was listening to playing with the boys while looking out the window. Yeah, in between swiping on Grindr. Sure. Lost Toby says, I lost a few balls on the one with the island green, Randy.
I think that's the
at the Wigwam.
That's I think that's the blue course. I played the blue course. I think that has the island green. I don't have a problem with that. My friend has lost probably a sleeve of balls out there on the blue course on the island green. But I don't have a problem. I always hit the green. It's not a problem for me for some reason. Now watch me play the blue and I'll probably lose like a sleeve of balls.
A sleeve of balls sounds like a DJ name at like a Chippendales.
Sleeve of balls?
Yeah. Just saying. So where was it going here? I was going to talk about something.
The Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Michael Wilson. DJ Humphries.
Yeah, that's good.
Playing with the boys. Grinding on Grindr.
Yeah. We should talk football. Oh, that's what it was. Let's talk football.
Let's talk football.
All right. So, as you know, Bryce Young was drafted by the Carolina Panthers, and then they went ahead and picked up Frank Reich, who's supposed to be pretty good with the quarterbacks. I didn't see much, but they say, hey, everybody, we've elevated Bryce Young to quarterback one. He's the man.
Nobody saw that coming, huh?
Well, it's good news, because the bad news would be if you couldn't do that. I mean, I've seen it happen before. I remember, and he's not a first round pick. He wasn't a number 1 overall pick. But when the Jets drafted Christian Hackenberg and make this huge deal about him, and this guy's going to be great. And then they were waiting. They were waiting for that moment where we could say this is QB1, and it never came. The guy never made it on the field for the Jets because it turns out Christian Hackenberg really sucked.
All right, I'm going to make a face. I want you to tell me who it is. Ready? Oh, man, I think it's just scratch crap on my glasses. All right, here's the face.
Michael Wilbon.
What?
Michael Wilbon.
He's got crazy eyes.
That's Andy Dalton. After
Oh.
finding out,
Okay. All right.
you're a veteran, and they have elevated a rookie above you right there.
Yeah,
You're
well,
like, hey,
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be,
Yeah.
but you're going to do this in OTAs, man.
I thought that was Michael Wilbon.
I don't know how mad he would be. I mean,
he's ginger. He's mad.
Maybe that dude is just whooping your ass in OTAs. Like that could also be the other side of this, which is like, Andy, at your prime, you were like an okay quarterback, and you're not in your prime anymore.
He always looks mad anyway. Imagine
Yeah.
how mad he looks now.
You could be, listen, Andy, you could go away if you want to. You don't have to play football.
Well, they need a backup.
I think they're just keeping you on, Andy. You don't have to be out there.
They're
take
saying
the paycheck, hold the clipboard. It's fine.
they're saying, oh no, Andy has continued to perform at a very high level. We're just trying to get the team ready here. Everything is about what's best for the team, and this is just the next step.
Yeah, hey, Andy, you could go home now if you want.
Such a
okay.
high level
Yeah.
that you've elevated a guy during OTAs. Not practice, not training.
Not talking
camp,
about practice.
OTAs.
Just you watched him in live practice. You went back and rewatched it later that day, and you decided we've seen enough. Frank Reich decided we've seen enough.
This ain't just a kick in the nuts. This is a running 30-yard start to a kick in the nuts.
Wow.
Hold on. Don't move, Andy. Here comes Frank Reich. He's not moving as fast as he used to. Oh, man, but he's teeing you up right now. Here it comes. Boom.
That is a mental image I did not need. Oh, my God. I hurt now.
The whole time he's running, Bryce Young is starting.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just launched Andy Dalton's crotch into the uprights. I'm sorry. I mean, I get it, but that's got to be a hard pill to take. You still think you've got it. You still think you're in it. I'm Andy Dalton. I've had some good moments. I'm the Red Rifle, and I'm now behind a guy who just got drafted. Okay, that's fine. It's a little. I got to go home.
Surely he had to understand.
Got to
this
face
was
the
going to
family with
happen.
this now. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Lose my job to a guy who's looking at my elbow.
Yeah, this little guy. He's this tall. He can't even be in the same shot as me because he's this tall. See where my hand is right here in the camera? There he is. You see, maybe the top of his head. Maybe the top of his head. I got to go home and explain this to my family. You know, he's going to say when he comes home, this is all part of the plan, guys. This is all part of the plan.
Imagine what Bryce Young could do with Andy Dalton's highs.
Andy Dalton's go home. It's all part of the plan. But excuse me, I'm going to be in the garage. Ka-chunk.
Yeah, just breaking everything. Yeah.
Everyone in the house has to pretend they didn't hear all of that.
Everything's fine, kids. Go to your room. Yeah. Just go to your room.
That's just working out.
He's okay. I see sometimes from the other end of things,
Yeah.
But in reality, yeah, they drafted Bryce Young for this. Dalton knew what he was getting into to be the veteran presence, but doesn't matter. You always have this inkling, I can still do it. I'm going to show them he's not ready. I'm going to get the start. I'll get to show them even more. And now he's like, no. OTAs. You're up, Bryce Young. Son of a what?
Yeah, the coaches bring him into the office. Look, Andy, this is nothing personal, but I think we're going to go with Bryce Young to be our week 1 starter. So really, competition's over? Yeah, competition's over.
Andy Dalton's way of rebelling on this, you know what it is? Because he's got that red hair and then scary dark eyebrows. He's just going to get these little plastic
dark eyebrows.
Yeah, he'll get those. He'll get the little plastic horns up under his hair. It'll scare the bleep out of Frank Reich. Whoa! Hello, Frank. Maybe you should take first team reps. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Can't come to the Bible study looking like that. You know that, right?
Oh, yes, I can.
You're not invited.
Andy, why is your Bible upside down? Shut your mouth. I'm a starter. Yeah, have some fun with it, Andy. Have some fun with it. Anyway, so that is already. I don't know. Is there enough? I mean, they got DJ Chark, but did the Panthers have enough to be immediately relevant with Bryce Young, even if he balls out? You know,
I think they do, if for no other reason than the NFC South is so bad that they added Adam Thielen there. I mean, they've got some talent. It's not going to be a great team because obviously you pick number one for a reason, or you traded up for it, but you were still in the range to trade up for it. It's not going to be a great team, but you've got a horrible division, so you've got a shot.
So it's kind of the same as the Colts. Anthony Richardson, you get to watch him, work it out and have fun. You get to watch Bryce Young work it out and have fun. Don't worry about the win-loss totals. Just watch the development of your new quarterback.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
And keep an eye on Andy Dalton. Always somebody's job is to keep an eye on him at this point. Here goes Bryce Young walking by the bench. Andy Dalton's leg goes, whoop, look out! All right, guys, hour 3 of the Daily Blender is up next. 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey, Jay, can you finish that induction range installation tomorrow?
Orders have really amped up at Nate's Electric.
We need to finish installing it first in Maine. Did we hear back from the grocery chain?
It's no shock he needs electricians, like yesterday.
Smart fridge. Everybody wants one of those these days.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Remember when you could go to the doctor and actually leave feeling better? Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Katz. The problem with our healthcare system is the focus on the system and not on your healthcare. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum healthcare using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men and women's health. We help people find relief when other doctors have failed. Our naturopathic doctors can restore your pain-free life using cutting-edge regenerative treatments. We can also help restore balance to your immune, digestive, and hormonal systems. Addressing your cause can also improve both mental and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working for you, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call us. We're the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, Arizona at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161 or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is. What they all have in common is that they went to azmbdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmbdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Next up, Straight Talk from Doug.
Ever notice that saying no offense is offensive? Like, no offense, but you're overpaying for your wireless. See? Offensive.
That's the Straight Talk talking. Get unlimited plans as low as $35 a month from Straight Talk on America's most reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com. On the $35 plan, first 10 gigabytes data at high speed, then 2G speeds. Refer to the latest terms at straighttalk.com. Based on most first place rankings, Root Metrics, second half 2022 assessments of 125 metros. Experiences vary, not an endorsement.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third
hour. All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
It's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. And hey, I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien. Right over there, it's Randy White. You got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. As we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, Quiet Cannon asks a question. Says, Jeffrey, who is the first string and second string quarterback for the Cardinals on opening day? Who gives a crap because they're going to lose? Nothing personal, but Colt McCoy presumably would be starting, right, Randy? I mean, I don't even know anymore.
It's either between Colt McCoy or David Blau. And then they've got this kid, Cartoon.
Oh, that's right, the Cartoon.
Yeah, Cartoon is in there.
It's going to be the most boring quarterback competition on the history of the planet.
I mean, if Colt McCoy continues to play and he is at the OTAs and he is throwing to receivers, it seems like he would be the number one guy. I don't anticipate he's going to retire, and it doesn't look like he's unhealthy. So I look for Colt McCoy to open the season for the Cardinals. And Colt McCoy can move this football team, but that was under Cliff Kingsbury. Under this new regime, who knows?
Wasn't there word on the street that Colt McCoy may not play at all?
There was some topic of conversation about him perhaps retiring. I mean, I read an article said that Colt McCoy's kids would rather have a puppy than their daddy continue to play football. So,
wait, so the kids would rather they got a puppy than have their dad play football.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Well, I think the topic of this conversation was they want their dad to stay home now.
Sounds like they wanted a puppy.
And
they can't take care of a puppy. Only Colt McCoy can take care of a puppy.
Sure they can. I'm just saying they don't want dad to play football is the topic here.
Well, the topic was they want a damn puppy.
No,
selfish little kids there.
No,
maybe kids these days
don't think that's what it is at all.
They're going to take care of no kids taking care of the animal anymore.
Well,
parents.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, at the same time, I don't think this has anything to do with the dog. It's not like
bring up the puppy.
Well, because it was an article.
I know. I'm just saying, why bring up the puppy?
The tagline of the article was Colt McCoy's kids would rather have a puppy than see their dad play football again.
Feel like they could have both. Very short-sighted of these kids.
Pretty sure they could have both.
Yeah.
Without any trouble whatsoever.
Right now, Colt McCoy's kids are on my nerves.
Well, I'm sure there have been times when Colt McCoy's kids have been on his nerves.
No, absolutely. After that statement, yeah.
I don't think
that's why. That's why he chose football.
Continue to maintain.
He's like, yeah. Thanks for bringing it up, kids. I'm going to play as long as I can, so I don't have to come home and look at you.
I mean, look, he has an opportunity here to go out and prove to the world he can still play football, and he's got no pressure on him. The Cardinals are not going to be vying for a Super Bowl berth, and he just can go out there and play football, make some money, and then he can go right off into the sunset. You know what I mean? After handing the team off to Kyler Murray when he comes back.
He's like, hey, you annoying little tax write-offs. Daddy can't afford a puppy if I don't play football.
Well,
I'll see you in a couple of years.
I don't think that's the case at all. I think he can more than afford a puppy.
Yeah,
probably,
you don't tell the kids that.
Probably a purebred puppy.
Tell the kids the other thing.
And he probably will get a puppy, but I don't think that has anything to do with Colt McCoy playing football or not.
You and I parent very differently.
Yes.
What are you going to say, Keon?
I was going to say Colt McCoy has, with no pressure, the exact thing that Andy Dalton thought he was getting in Carolina.
Yeah.
So that's
true. A chance to start and play.
And who knows? Maybe they're going to give this kid, a shot. This Cartoon kid. They're going to give Clayton Tune. They're going to give him a shot. Let him. Let's see what he can do. Who knows if they've got a diamond in the rough here.
He's got a big time arm, and they really liked that in the draft process. And he's also very smart. So they're hoping that maybe they've got something. You always got to try.
And then you got David Blau. I mean, I suppose, but I have no reason to believe Colt McCoy is not going to be QB1 starting this season for the Cardinals.
You realize, speaking of parenting, like 3 different times today, you've quoted Disney movies. I don't know if you even realize.
I have.
Diamond in the rough.
That's a Disney movie quote.
Aladdin.
I've never watched Aladdin in my entire life.
Diamond in the rough. And people are
I've
listening.
been saying that
They're
for
remembering
years.
the giant sand tiger or whatever the hell it
I've
was.
been saying that for years.
Diamond in the rough.
I think
You
they.
ever see-
I
How
think
have you never seen Aladdin?
I feel like, and now I feel like I need to sue the hell out of Disney. George, there's another one, George.
It's
right
from the
there.
90s.
They
It's from
stole
the 90s.
my saying
No.
that I've been saying, and
First
I can
off,
prove I've
who's
been saying it
George?
since the 1960s. I've been saying diamond in the rough.
There's no George Disney.
That's
No,
it.
Big George.
Big
He's-
George.
Oh,
he's-
Big
he's
George.
calling
Oh,
on,
Big George.
on his
Oh,
lawyer.
man, more billable hours. So, no, back in the 90s, the Robin Williams movie Aladdin. If you haven't seen it, my God, what are you doing with your life?
Living
He's-
fine. Thank
Robin
you.
Williams is the genie. He's awesome.
It's a great movie.
Listen, I have no need to watch Disney movies. I have no desire to do that. Now, my grandchildren now will probably want to watch this.
Yeah, you got to see that one. And
And-
don't
and-
watch the Will Smith slapping version.
Perhaps if I'm in the, if I'm in the recliner and my eyes are slapping shut, perhaps the
Well, you're
TV
gonna miss it.
will get turned over to. But I have no need or desire to watch.
I'm sad for
the
you.
Disney movies.
Gilbert
No.
Gottfried's the parrot.
Oh my God, he was so good.
He was great.
Yeah. In fact, when he was on the show, I was going to say before he died, but I guess that should go without saying. When he was on the show, that's all I could see. when he'd start going off, I'm like, oh my God, it's the parrot. It's Diego or whatever his name is.
Iago, I think.
Diago, that's it. Yeah. The Wiz says it's all about Encanto. I seen that too, and that's pretty good. That's
It's all
pretty good.
about Encanto.
Yeah, I don't remember any music
I
from it.
played Encanto. You mean the golf course? I played there.
I think he's talking about the movie, the Disney movie. Yeah. Hefty Lefty says Jasmine was my first crush.
What?
Oh my God, that midriff and parachute pants did a number on me when I was 3 years old.
What?
I can see that.
It's
Princess, the princess.
Yeah, no, your therapist is gonna have to unpack all of that there for you.
You know, I'm just going to say this right here. I hope she's out of the car by now, but my wife absolutely looks like Princess Jasmine. Yeah, get her hair up, get her in a midriff, and gonna have a conversation.
Now
with
you've
her a
done
minute.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. She's driving. That's a compliment. Keon, you've seen the movie. That's a hell of a compliment.
No, that's a compliment. No, absolutely.
Of course, here's the thing. She'd be like, well, since you don't look like Aladdin, Jeffrey, you can look like Jasmine's dad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
big white beard.
Short, fat, white guy with a beard. That's she's
Wow.
like, sorry. She's like, I don't have those kind of daddy issues. Forget it. But now you've mentioned it. I'm going to find somebody who looks like Aladdin. Oh, damn. Oh, man. Hope she took that well. I hope she took that well because she could definitely pull off Jasmine. Yeah. I can pull off the genie if you paint me green. Is it green or blue?
Blue.
Blue green?
Mm.
Just blue.
It's like a light blue.
Yeah. Hefty Lefty thought it was weird that at Aladdin, he didn't have any nipples. Didn't he? I don't know. Wasn't really
They
watching Aladdin for nipples.
I think it's just one of those things you notice if you've watched it enough.
This got weird.
Really?
Just got weird, Hefty Lefty. Pink Eye wants to know if Randy has seen the movie Toy Story,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Lion King,
No.
Frozen.
Yes.
How have you seen those and not the Lion
Well,
King?
we now know that it was grandkids and not kids watching these particular movies.
Yeah. My granddaughter, Layla, who was just visiting here when she was very young, that was her favorite movie. And it was on all the time when I would visit with her when they lived here.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they've moved to North Carolina, I no longer get to hang around her and I don't have to watch the damn, Frozen.
By the way, no spoilers, please. I have not seen Toy Story 4. Haven't seen that one yet. So don't spoil.
Well, I haven't either. I saw Toy Story and Toy Story 2. I've
3
not
was
seen
pretty damn good.
I've not seen 3 or 4.
3 there for about like a half a minute. You're thinking, oh my God, all these toys are going to die. They're all going to die.
You really felt like that.
Oh,
for a
it's the
while.
saddest thing. You're like, you got to be kidding me. They're going to melt these. Oh my God. And then it didn't happen. And then I was disappointed. I wanted to see one screaming, melted pile of all of them. Kill me.
Yeah, that would
probably
that would
ruin
be
some
that,
kids
yeah,
for
that,
life.
that would be the one thing that probably could ruin Disney.
It's a big
Just if
plastic
if
ball.
you just mass traumatize every child in the United States all at once, yeah, you might actually kill your company right there.
If I win the lottery, I'm going to commission a
Oh
version
my
of that
God.
just for my own
You're going
enjoyment.
to commission a version of melting the toys down in Toy Story?
But they're all sitting there going, "Oh my God, we're going to fall in the fire," or whatever. And then I'm going to have it actually happen, and there'll be a big ball of all of them, where like faces and feet and arms are sticking out of this big ball of
Buzz
melted
Lightyear's wings,
plastic.
Woody's hat, and
Yes.
it's all in a
Baby, kill me, kill me.
Yeah, it's dark.
It is.
That's nothing compared to what he said
I mean,
yesterday at lunch.
I wasn't there for that, but
and I won't repeat what he said. No,
I tell you
at
how
least-
dark I am.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
remember it.
Yeah, oh my God.
just Toy Story, that being a movie I grew up with, that's is dark for me.
Now everybody can picture that who's seen Toy Story.
I mean, come on. Toy Story, what are you going to do? It's the same plot over and over and over again.
No, it's not.
I don't think
Different
it is.
plots.
Though I suppose the last two are.
Oh, don't spoil the fourth one.
How sad can we make you?
Oh, the fourth one's sad too.
They try.
3 is almost sad. Okay, don't ruin it for me.
Not going to ruin anything for you.
Are you guys going to see the new Indiana Jones in the Temple of Ben Gay?
No.
Or what are they calling this?
I'm going to wait for some people that I trust to watch it first to see if the coast is clear and if the movie's not going to suck. And if it doesn't suck, then I'll go see it.
Indiana Jones and the Medicare line. I don't know what they're calling this. I'll be honest. The trailer looks pretty good.
It does
the
look
one with-
good.
The last one with Shia the douchebag, I didn't even watch it. Saw the trailer and like, nope.
I
This one
watched
might-
that last one. You didn't miss.
Yeah.
It didn't. I like to believe it didn't happen personally.
Oh, that's how I am. There's only 3 movies until otherwise. Half You Left, he says Prince Eric from Little Mermaid. It was the white version of Aladdin. Animation was just about identical. I don't understand what
Excuse
you're talking
me?
about.
Basically, they just used it. It seems like they used the same character, and then it's like, yeah, we're just gonna make him whiter.
Same face, same body, same hair.
Essentially.
So they just took the drawing for Prince Eric. They just used the Latin and they just filled it in white.
They're trying to
Because
save,
Latin was
trying to save some money there at Disney.
So I mean, he's such a deeply unimportant character in the story that why not?
Yeah, Disney has been known to reuse basics of animation for things. I think it was like Winnie the Pooh, and they use the same movements and stuff for the Jungle Book. There's like sequences where Christopher Robin or Mowgli are doing something exactly the same. They just overlaid it with different character. Thought that was interesting. Hefty Lefty says one of my favorite fan theories is Sid from the first Toy Story grew up to be the Jigsaw killer from Saw. No, it checks out.
It does work.
I could see
Yeah,
that.
it does.
Yeah.
Big George says, Randy, full disclosure, I have applied for a position to be legal counsel for Disney in Burbank, California.
What?
If they decline my application, I'd be more than happy to sue them for you. But if I get hired, there's probably then going to be a conflict of interest.
Damn it, George.
See, now you see why, Randy, I've got a team of lawyers? That's why.
Damn it, George.
The Wiz says, Randy, it's also about Encanto Golf Course. Lots of good memories trying to hit the ball off a bare pitch or a bare patch of dirt. It's hard as
Oh, yeah.
concrete right there.
That unfortunately that's turned into a real dog track out there, hasn't it?
Oh, I thought Wiz was talking about the movie Encanto.
No, the Encanto Park
Oh.
golf course is a real dog track.
My bad, Wiz. My bad. But
It's
you did
like
start talking about that during Disney.
It's like playing in a cul-de-sac. It's almost asphalt out there.
Mr. Pink Eye wants to know if Randy's seen the new Barbie movie.
No,
nobody has. It's not
It's
even out yet.
Yeah.
I did see the trailer because it was just on, and I was across the room, and the kids were there, and I saw that, and I was like, oh God, this is possibly going to be one of the worst movies ever made.
Why would somebody really think that I would watch the Barbie movie?
Because you got a little granddaughter running around there.
I have several granddaughters, but it doesn't mean I'm going to sit through some terrible movie, a girl movie. Come on. What the hell's going on here?
No, that's fair. That's fair. Florida Mustard says, Jeffrey, I'm curious. Okay. That makes me nervous. Just let me get ahead of this, Florida Mustard. I'm not curious, but I'm flattered. Yeah, let's talk some football, shall we? All right. So, we talked earlier about how the Arizona Diamondbacks did not get to play against the Washington Nationals because of all the smoke and stuff. Canadian wildfires, all that. Isn't it kind of weird where Canada always is like, oh, look at us. We don't have pollution. Ha ha ha. And then they just gust that crap across the border at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. But so these wildfires, are they out yet? Or are they still just running rampant? Do they know how much longer Canada's going to be on fire? Because this is messing with our sports. I don't care about the breathing of the people in New York or the East Coast. No, I'm talking about our sports. That's what's really important. So I guess the Giants had to cancel a practice today. And the Commanders, the Eagles, and the Jets, they all had to have practices inside. What happens? Something's getting broken, a vase, pictures are going to be knocked off the walls. It's going to be bad.
According to Reuters, there's all sorts of fires. 132 fires currently active in Canada going on right now.
Jeez.
They had 150 wildfires. Now it's down to 132.
They're all snooty with us, like, oh, get your act together down there. And then they can't keep their damn country from catching on fire.
Apparently,
that's out of control.
Yeah, it's the worst ever start to wildfire season in Canada's history.
They've had fires before, but apparently this is 15. These fires are 15 times bigger than the average.
4.3 million hectares. Or 10.6 million acres.
It's a lot of
have already burned roughly 15 times the annual average of the past decade. Warm, dry conditions are expected to persist in the months ahead.
What about the maple syrup?
Months ahead.
Is this affecting the maple syrup?
We have our own damn maple syrup.
Well, I know. I don't want maple syrup here to become like $90 for a thing of it. It's already kind of expensive if you like the 100% pure syrup that I like to have with my pancakes.
Yeah.
I don't like that log cabin chemical crap. I like the 100% pure maple syrup.
And it's Toronto District School Board, Canada's largest school board there, rescheduled or moved indoor to the indoors, all outside activities, including field trips and local school events. And by the way, side note there, Shane Doan just took a job with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I know.
So Shane Doan, a damn American treasure, is heading right in to the damn wildfires.
Isn't he Canadian?
That's right, isn't it?
I mean, I'm asking. I'm not sure.
Farewell, donor.
Be nice, man. He was on the show. He was very kind with us, and we actually remember when he was on, and I helped give him advice on how to do stand-up comedy for his roast. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
he was good. He's funny himself.
Yeah, he's very funny, man. Yeah.
I'm checking here. Yeah, he's from Alberta, Canada.
Farewell, donor.
Bye-bye, double agent.
That's true, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Canadians are up to something. Florida mustard. I can't talk about that on there. So I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you, but I'm going to have to ignore that question. Last Optimist says, first Indiana Jones movie would have ended the same whether Indiana Jones was there or not. Either way, Nazis found ancient relic liquefied the Nazis. Yeah, that's interesting you say that, but then we would have not got to see a cool movie. But I get what you're saying. So what he's saying is, remember they tied up Indiana Jones and Marion, and they're like tied up there. And he's like, look away, Marion, look away. And they did the whole thing, and they opened up the ark, and the guy, all the Nazis melted, and then the ark closed itself up, and everybody's like, everybody's dead.
Yes.
Yeah. But then somebody might have come along and found the ark. It's just better that it's in a warehouse, in America somewhere, deep in a warehouse where it can't hurt nobody.
Yeah,
it's safe there.
And it's there's tons of paperwork that had to be done, so it's lost in there forever. No one's ever
warehouse 8, I believe.
13.
Oh, warehouse 13.
Yeah. But last Optimist, you are absolutely right. The ark was going to take care of ark business. Didn't need Indiana Jones's help.
Yeah.
But he wanted to see what was in the ark too. And then over the course of the movie, he kind of learns, I don't have to.
Yeah, probably don't do that. Yeah. Once you see a bunch of Nazis get liquefied, you're like, I can live without knowing.
I'm good. Yeah,
all good.
Talk about gooch grease.
Yeah. What? There's not gooch grease in the Ark of the Covenant. Right?
Oh, I
It'll
thought
turn you to gooch
I thought
grease.
liquefied Nazis was gooch grease.
No, that's Third Reich grease.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
We need to take a break. When we come back, let's talk some more NFL football. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Game 4 of the NBA Finals will be on Friday night in Miami, with the Nuggets now up 2-1 after a 109-94 victory over Miami Wednesday night in game number 3. The Nuggets opening with a 3.5-point favorite, minus 162 on the money line, while the Heat plus 136. The over-under is at 210.5. A few player props. Nikola Jokic, who had a triple-double in Wednesday's game 3, scoring 45 or more points, plus 2,100. Bam Adebayo of Miami grabbing 18 or more rebounds, plus 950. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means, wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait. Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
Now that the draft is in the books, it's that time of the season when the team gets together, to get acquainted.
Let's go. Practice time.
Summer means mini camps, OTAs, then it's on to preseason. Keep yourself tuned to the station with all the insight, updates, and breaking news when you need to know about the NFL offseason. Remember, if it's the NFL, we talk about it. Your home for NFL news, games, playoffs, and Super Bowl in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Today, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, trying to talk about some NFL football, but then I just saw something that I have to ask a question about. You know how Adam Silver, right? Adam Silver says, hey, that John Moran, he's in big trouble, but we're not going to talk about it right now because we don't want to distract you away from the NBA Finals.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what he said. but yet he's still on every single show, on every single camera, on every single broadcast, not talking about John Morant, but talking about John Morant. He's not talking about John Morant, but he's allowing everybody, and I mean everybody, to ask him about John Morant when he doesn't talk about John Morant. So still distracting. It's kind of like when my wife will say something and then I'll be like, wait, what happened? And she'd be like, well, I don't want to talk about it right now. Well, but I want to know. I got to know. It's very distracting. You got to tell me. So now he's out there not telling anybody anything. That is just equally as distracting.
Well, I mean, it's not really his fault, though. I mean, if these reporters,
he doesn't have to go on Dan Patrick. He doesn't have to sit down with Stephen A. Smith. He doesn't have to talk to anybody. He's the boss.
So you're saying he should just decline all interview
if you're not going
requests
to tell
right
us,
now.
if you're not going to tell us, shut the hell up and stop being in front of cameras.
Or he can always say, look, guys, I can't talk about this right now. I don't want to distract from the NBA finals. That question is very much off the table.
Isn't he what he's saying?
And then they can decide whether or not to have the interview in the first place. But that's not what he's saying. He's going on there. And then he's saying on the show, we're not talking about this John Morant suspension that we've got coming down the pike. It's going to be very big, very bad, and very important because I don't want to distract from the NBA finals. But you're on like 5 shows saying that. How is that not a distraction?
He should what? He should just go into hiding, go into his shell.
No,
No. Yes.
He's gonna go into his shell. See what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: show up at the game, do your job as commissioner. But that doesn't include having to sit down with Stephen A. Smith on a panel.
All right,
that doesn't include having to be on with Dan Patrick. That includes just, guys, I will talk to you when the finals are over. In the meantime, let's all enjoy the finals. That's what you were trying to do in the first place, but now you've failed, Adam Silver.
All right, Jeffrey, you're Adam Silver, and I'm Dan Patrick Show. Bring. Hello, this is the Dan Patrick Show, Mr. Commissioner.
Oh, yeah, I am Adam Silver.
Love to have you on the show.
3 inches tall.
Yeah.
Where's my ding?
Are you outside of your shell?
102 pounds.
Can you come on?
I want the ding.
If
you're Dan Patrick, I want the ding.
You want the ding? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Will you please come on our show?
Oh yeah, I'm on it already.
No. We want you to come in and do
the producer calling you.
Do a sit down with us. Dan would love to have you on the show. Would you?
After the finals, I'd be happy to be on with you. Thanks.
Okay. Bring. This is ESPN calling Stephen A. Smith.
Oh my God, someone still works there?
I'd like to have you. Well, I'm an intern, so yes, I work here.
Don't get comfortable. They're firing everybody.
Oh, I know they are. Yeah, Neil Everett's gone. They're not going to renew his contract. So, but anyway, listen, I'd love to have you on the Stephen A. Smith show. He's the one. He's getting renewed.
Oh, yeah, he's shouty.
Oh, he's getting. Oh, listen, would you come in, Mr. Commissioner? And we're a big partner of the NBA. We
appreciate your partnership, but after the finals are over, I'll be happy to be on.
We want you right now, sir. I can't say
it
no.
would not be appropriate.
Stephen A. Smith's going to yell at me, sir. He's going to yell at me.
You'll get used to that if you're going to make it.
Bring. Hello, this is CBS Sports.
Let me unplug the phone.
Mr. Commissioner, CBS Sports, love to have you on the show with us. Would you please come on the show with us, please?
No. After the finals are over, I'll be happy to be on the show.
Love to talk NBA with you, Mr. Commissioner.
Well, we'll do that after the finals.
Bring. Colin Cowherd show calling you now. We'd love to have you on the show with us, Mr. Commissioner.
No habla
Colin
español.
What?
Habla español.
You're not Spanish. We already know it's you, Mr. Commissioner. So
Superman not here.
Want you on the show? See what I
Superman
mean?
here.
I mean, how's he turn all this
just
down?
hang up on Colin Cowherd.
Is it part of his job to grow the sport and to be kind of the front man to go out there and talk about the NBA?
All he has to do is say that one topic off the board.
Well, they're gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm sure he has, and they still ask, and then he's got to dance around it. But
honestly, we're not talking about. Just say we're not talking about.
I say
he hasn't said that. Here's the real solution, Adam Silver. If you have a punishment, just do it. Just do it. It's not going to distract us away from the finals. You're going to watch the finals. You're still going to watch the finals. Just do it. It's more distracting that you haven't done it. Just do it.
It's not distracting that he hasn't done it, except that he keeps talking about how he's going to do it, but not now.
We can't
do that. Where's our Shia LaDouchebag audio? Just do it.
We can't
do it.
We can't do that.
Do it.
Because once the finals are over, everybody will forget about the NBA. So we've got to keep the NBA in front of the public. So we're going to wait till after the finals, and then we're going to go talk about John Morant.
3-second story at that point. It's a 3-second story.
No,
and
it's
also a
not.
story about a suspension is not what Adam Silver wants the NBA to be in front of the public for. We're not. The suspension is not like LeBron's decision. This
Well,
is.
then my point is made. What the hell's he waiting on?
He doesn't want to distract from the finals. That's
Well, then
his.
that's a BS
That is his reason.
horse crap excuse.
I mean, I think it's dumb.
BS and horse crap in the same sentence. And not only that, that's chicken feed. That's all that is.
I'm just now.
I'm with
curious.
Jeffrey on this. Just say what you got to say and go ahead and levy the discipline now and be done with it.
I mean, I understand where he's coming from to the extent that he wants this time to be about the two teams that busted their asses to be in the finals. That's what the topic of conversation should be.
But then for 3 seconds, you say, all right, John Morant, what happened? He suspended this much, moving on. And then we talk about it for about one day, and then
And there it is.
do it on an off day for the finals, and then the finals start back up again. We're back to talking about the finals.
Sure,
It was dumb.
I just don't think he wants those two things connected. That's
I
all.
agree.
And but
I
the thing
agree with
is,
Jeffrey on this.
he can just say we're not talking about it. Like there's nothing
He's
that
a
stops
woman.
him from going on this show and just going, we're not talking about that. Now, Dan, I told you before the show that we weren't going to talk about that.
Well, I mean,
and then just say that, but he's not saying that. He's trying to give
I've
these.
worked in TV. I know how the hosts work, and I had to be the associate producer that called these people up, and I had to deliver a list of questions or topics that we were going to talk about. And I had the people, the celebrities that were on the show, tell me we're not talking about this, we're not talking. And then I had the host on live TV go ahead and start asking questions that were off topic, that were not supposed to be talked
I would like to believe that Dan Patrick is smart enough to know.
No.
If we cross this line, we may never get the commissioner back on our show.
Hell no.
And the answer is no, but forever now. And why? For John Morant? What good does that do you?
Why is he even on?
Because I think he wants
Right?
to talk about the finals. He wants to talk about the NBA.
Nobody
He
gives a
wants to
crap
talk
what
about
the commissioner thinks of the
growth.
finals. Everybody wants to talk about John Morant.
I get
That's
that,
it.
but that's what he wants. He
Yeah.
wants to promote his league. I understand that the people want to talk about Ja. Why would he go on promote his league? I'm saying go on, promote your league, and just tell him we're not talking about Ja.
To me,
no more
it's
questions.
Just
Okay. And unless the thing is, if they don't want you on, then they don't want you
Yeah,
on.
I mean, I get it, but to me, it's just ridiculous. I'm with Jeffrey.
I would
Just
never have
get
somebody
it out of the
on
way.
with conditions like that. Never. The Tom says Adam Silver is all ears. You are correct.
But Randy was asking earlier, how does he say no? You say no by saying the one thing you want to talk about, I want to talk about. That's your no.
But that's all the reason
like a woman.
these people want him on the show for.
Okay. Then they can find somebody else to talk to John Morant, talk about John Morant. They're
Then-
not going to have me
Then
because that's not what I'm talking about.
Then I'm with Jeffrey. Don't go on the damn show. Don't get in front of the camera.
But he won't. If you're saying that's the only thing they want to talk about,
it is the only thing they want to talk about.
Then if that's the only stipulation, guess what? I guess I'm not on your show, and I guess I'm not on your show, and then I'm not in front of
They'll
a
lie
camera.
about it. They'll lie about it. Okay, fine. And then they gets on the show. They still that's all they want.
And then you just say we're about to waste 15 minutes because I'm not talking about that. We better move on to something else. Like, what's so wrong about just standing your ground
What
and
else are
not
we
doing
gonna-
the
what
thing
else are we gonna talk
you
about?
said you didn't want to talk about?
I
You
think-
invited me on the show with one
you're
question.
sitting there with Adam Silver, and you're like,
You invited
so-
me on the show with literally one thing you wanted
Yeah.
to talk about
All
in
right.
15
All
minutes.
right, Adam.
That is
Adam,
not my
Adam.
problem.
Okay, Adam.
just-
Adam, do you condition? I mean, when you're in the shower, is shampoo even involved at that point?
Wow.
Or is it just
sometimes
body wash?
I just kind of work
Do
it
you
in there
just
just to
use
feel like when I
use
used
the
to have
Irish Spring up here as well as everywhere else.
I mean, that's a fair question because you use the regular same body wash up here, or do you body wash here and then just is there some sort of something? I mean, I've been curious about that. That's the only other thing I'd probably ask about. And what planet are you from? Slave Dave says, "Hey guys, had to stay home today for service call on my internet. I called on 2 days ago. Projected service time 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. as of yesterday. They texted I'd get updated this time this morning. Hoped earlier so I could still go to work later so the wife could be here. Came back 10 a.m. 2 p.m. So now I got about an hour commute each way. Waste the day off. Oh my God! Pour me a beer and a shot, please. That's the worst." When you're waiting for a service call and it's between 10 and 2, and they're like, well, we'll be there at about 5. They call you at like 1:59 p.m. You're like, well, if you were going to be here at 5, I could have gone to work and it was somebody going to been here for you. Oh, I hate that crap. I hate that crap so much.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Slave Dave, here's to you. Pour some more. We'll have a drink to Slave Dave. What he's had to punish.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to put up with.
Yeah.
Choro, what is this you're sending me? What is this? Is that the fire and smoke map? It's so small on the screen when you send it. It shows that area. Well, that's kind of interesting, though. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. You know, if I were an ant, it's so small, only ants can read it.
What is this? A fire map for ants?
That's what it looks like. Hokamati says, if I had my natural hair color, I'd look just like Princess Jasmine too. But then I couldn't blame the dumb things I do on being blonde. Well, I guess that is a give and a take, isn't it? Last Optimist says, I'm being told that at the beginning of the 5th Jones movie, he's now divorced from Miriam, who he married at the end of the 4th movie, is accused of being no better than the German archaeologist rival in raiding ancient cultures, relics, killed off and placed with his niece. I have no interest in watching. Did anybody understand that?
No.
Because I read it just as he typed it. Yeah. I don't know. Blissful Hayes says, can uncles read it? Oh, 5-minute penalty for Blissful Hayes. Is there a different, okay, listen, we have 2-minute and 5-minute penalties for bad jokes on the show, right?
Yes.
What is the penalty for a dad joke? Because that was a dad joke right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think a dad joke would be like a 2-minute penalty.
So that should probably be a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah,
for the
a
dad
2-minute.
joke.
Yeah, 2-minute.
All right, Blissful Hayes, 2-minute penalty for a dad joke.
Then you got your 5-minute major, and then you got your game misconduct right there. That's where
game misconduct
over and out for this game.
Yeah. So, because of all the smoky, fields and stuff on the East Coast, probably a good day that they all show the teams a video. Remember in school, they show you a video. Y'all be sitting there at your desk and they'd wheel in the AV cart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a good day when they did that.
Nap time, No, but you won't want to nap for this because the NFL has brought Tom Brady in to educate players on gambling policy. So they're going to put him there and he's going to do like an instructional video on, gambling policy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Tom Brady's going to be like, let me tell you about making bad bets. Let me just say that gambling, that your wife going to judo practice is totally okay. That's a bad bet. Okay.
Yeah.
I know a bad bet. Also a bad bet is thinking that when you knock on the door and there's steam in the room, but Coach Belichick says, come on in. Hey, you're betting you're not going to see him naked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But you do.
Yeah.
And that's a bad bet.
Yeah. It's okay.
God.
It's going to be okay.
Let
It's
it
all
out,
right.
Tom.
Yeah.
That was worse than losing Giselle.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Wow. Yeah.
Point is, don't do it.
The man's like a human carpet.
Brady out.
Do
See
you
what
need
I'm
some
saying?
bleach for your eyes?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
No, Tom Brady will be on a video teaching everybody about the pitfalls of gambling.
Because I played in the league for 20 years because I didn't ruin my career gambling on games.
The biggest gamble I've seen him make is when he tossed the Lombardi trophy from one boat to another.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a risk.
And it took a lot of alcohol to get him there.
Yeah. You would have never done that without booze.
I believe it was avocado tequila.
That's what he said.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good point.
Is that real?
I'm sure
Apparently it is.
They'll make tequila out of anything, man.
I mean, Tom Brady wouldn't lie, would he? Not Tom Brady. Not the pure as the driven snow Tom Brady.
You mean the cheatingest cheater, deflating son bitch ever lived?
Oh, come on.
Don't even get
That
me
wasn't
started.
Tom Brady.
Don't get me started. I'm going to go look up avocado whiskey and I'm going to try it.
Huh.
Where am I?
Avocado tequila.
Oh, yeah. It's like tequila is just Spanish for whiskey, right?
Tequila comes from a completely different. Like whiskey is like grain and corn and stuff.
What's tequila from?
That comes from the agave plant, doesn't it? Tequila comes from what is that plant? I think it's the.
Isn't it a good way to simplify this to say that tequila is just Spanish for whiskey?
No.
All right. Well, now I want to try the avocado whiskey. So I'm going to go hit the Google verse. You found it?
It's real.
Is it expensive?
Well,
let's see if we can get some price check on here.
Tequila's distilled
Can I get a
beverage
price
made,
check on avocado whiskey, please? Aisle 9.
tequila made from the blue agave plant.
Is it blue?
One says it's a blue agave plant. I'm just reading it.
Well, then tequila should be blue.
Well, some tequila is.
Is it really?
Some tequila can be dyed blue. Yeah.
Well, dyed. Anything can be dyed blue, Randy.
Well, you asked.
Have you seen the Blue Man Group? They didn't get born that way.
Oh, come on. They did too.
No, they didn't. That's paint.
Please.
That is dye.
Don't try to fool me.
All right, let's go see Blue Man Group. I'm going to grab one of them sons of bitches in a headlock, and I'm going to scrape it off and show you. How you like that?
Don Julio's got a little of the blue. The Don Julio Blanco Silver has a little blue tint to it.
Well, I don't even care about tint if it ain't real. Anyway. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got Big George's sports history and other assorted something or other. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Next up, Straight Talk from Doug.
Ever notice that saying no offense is offensive? Like, no offense, but you're overpaying for your wireless. See? Offensive.
That's the Straight Talk talking. Get unlimited plans as low as $35 a month from Straight Talk on America's most reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com. On the $35 plan, first 10 gigabytes data at high speed, then 2G speeds. Refer to the latest terms at straighttalk.com. Based on most first place rankings, Root Metrics, second half 2022 assessments of 125 metros. Experiences vary, not an endorsement.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $40 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $18 a month, a savings of nearly $300 a year.
Whether you need a $100,000 policy or a $10 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. In a hurry? Don't worry. With SelectQuote, you can get up to $2 million in instant, affordable same-day coverage with no medical exam.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-723-5330. That's 1-800-723-5330. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-723-5330.
Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about washing your car? Right now, you can get the Armor All Ultimate Car Care Detailing 8-piece kit for only $25. That's soap, a wash mitt, wheel cleaner, tire shine, glass wipes, and interior wipes, all together in a bucket. Give your car the shine it deserves at the right price, only at AutoZone. Get in zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
If it's local, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatics.
Today, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Yeah, that's a good point, Mr. Pink Eye. Maybe at the point when, they ask Adam Silver about John Morant, he doesn't answer. And then they ask him about the Zion Williams love triangle. Maybe that's what they do. Right after we just told you the story about how Zion Williams was wearing a I'm only here so I don't get yelled at t-shirt to a gender reveal. Turns out some porn star chick started revealing that, a lot an awful lot in tweets, and I don't even know if she's legit. Has it been confirmed this girl is like a legit?
I don't think it's been confirmed. I don't know. And honestly, I just avoided it because there are things about Zion Williamson I don't actually want to know.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's just better off left unknown. Let everybody else have it.
I saw the story and I started reading this and stuff. She started accusing of things, and I'm like, yeah, I don't watch that. I don't want to read this no more. This is if it's true, it's none of my business. And if it's not true, this is just some unhinged girl.
Yeah, it's just a complete waste of time. So I'll let that go. There's no winning from reading that.
No. By the way, we talked about, oh my God, they're releasing DeAndre Hopkins. Oh my God, they're releasing Chris Paul. Oh my God, the Vikings are releasing Dalvin Cook, and I can't figure out why. Do you know why? Why are they releasing Dalvin Cook? What is the benefit for that? He's supposed to get a $10.5 million salary, and they're releasing him. I'm kind of confused on this one. I understand some of the cap ideas for Chris Paul. I understand what they're doing with DeAndre Hopkins, but this one?
Yeah, this is another salary cap one.
Is it? Is that all this is?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Yeah.
But they're better with Dalvin Cook.
They are, but
Minnesota?
He's also injured a lot. So between the injuries and the fact that, guy plays roughly half the season, if that, and how much money he's being paid, they just thought, better to just walk away from this now, because the cap hit is, of course, much worse in the NFL. You can't go over the cap. There is no luxury tax. So they just chose to walk away.
His shoulder, it's all healed, man. So, and he's solid when he's healthy.
It's all healed right now, but you can re-injure it. And and for a running back in particular, that's not to say that the shoulder is just going to be healthy forever now is a gamble.
I never said forever. I'm just saying he's healthy right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying
no running back is healthy forever because they punish these guys.
Yeah, and I think that with running backs too, a lot of people in the NFL see that as the most replaceable position on offense. So if you're going to release somebody, release a guy where you can go into next year's draft and you don't even need a top draft pick to get a good running back.
Badfish says Dalvin Cook or not, Cousins is still the dark cloud. I think you're right.
Yeah, but that money's all guaranteed, so good luck.
Yeah. What else are you going to do, though?
You're just going to eat that cap, and that's, yeah.
How many more years left on Kirk Cousins? It seems like every year there's like 5 years left on his contract.
It's a good question. I have no idea.
This has got to be close to the end, doesn't it? I mean, this season?
Keon's getting it.
It is. Yeah, he's got a couple more years left. He's got a
couple
signing bonus for 2024 and 2025 there.
So it's like the contract that won't go away.
Well, they had to stretch it out. That's what happens when you guarantee a guy $75 million.
Good Lord.
They got that bimbo for a while, don't they?
You're stuck with him.
So Tua Tagovailoa, he occasionally be sitting there and he'll just be like, he was just sitting there looking at you and go, answer the phone. What? Because he's had his bell rung 3 different times with the concussion.
That's sort of like me.
Yeah.
Can you turn down that TV?
Why are there cats fighting? What are you talking about? Yeah. So now he's testing out a new helmet that is specifically for quarterbacks that helps prevent more of these sorts of these injuries, these concussions.
Yes.
He says, I'm still trying to feel it out. So what better time to feel it out than the OTAs? I heard it's supposed. Why is this plane so low? What was I saying? Oh, right. It could be a lot more safe. I figure might as well give it a shot. Why are you whistling? Why are you whistling? I'm not whistling.
Yeah.
So have you seen this helmet? Because here's the thing. I watch these guys with those goofy looking, what do they call them?
The Guardian caps.
Guardian caps. And I think, you wear those in the game then. Wear them in the game. We could put a sheer material over the top like a pantyhose and have the logos on it that way. And people be more safe. Why not wear the Guardian helmets if it helps, And I don't know why that has not been proposed yet. Bunch of goofy Marvin the Martian looking football players.
Yeah, and NFL
like
players.
It's like watching the little pee-wee football players, but now full size. Because you see little kids running around with these giant helmets and their little arms like this. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but that's exactly what it'd be. Hey, if it keeps them safer, why not do it?
Look up Wes Welker's helmet that they gave him after he had way too many concussions. He looked like the Great Kazoo. He just had like a giant,
that's what I'm talking about.
Just a giant helmet on. But I do think a lot of NFL players are, they understand how goofy it looks and they don't like it. And and it's like they would rather be less safe.
I doubt you'd rather somebody talk to Luke Kuechly and see if you'd rather look cool.
I'm looking at this helmet that apparently this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look any different or odd or strange. It looks like it's got some ventilation holes up at the front, and it doesn't look oversized like it's like the Greg Gazoo's helmet. It doesn't look like that at all.
They should put airbags in them. Like car airbags.
Well, but that would hurt, wouldn't it?
Listen,
because when an airbag expands, it
don't talk to me about details.
Would probably cause a concussion.
Little airbags, little ones.
But if they expand with enough force,
the helmet doesn't look weird. We'll
looks sort this out in development. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
By the way, Tua, this is pretty nice. He donated $10,000 to the guy. So I guess the guy who started his fan club, Tuanon, is he died in a car accident, and so they did a GoFundMe, and so Tua he chipped in $10,000 to help with that, which was kind of nice.
Did you see what Chris Sims said about the guy?
Yeah, what did he say?
Chris Sims was like, "Yeah, I don't really care because the guy trolled me on Twitter, and he just was just
glad he's dead."
He came very close to saying just about that, basically. Like, I don't really care that,
Wow, Chris Sims is a whiny little sensitive bitch, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that's just a guy that died, and they just helped pay for his funeral. I
would come at it from a different direction. I would say, and the same thing with Kyler Murray, who donated a little chunk of money to something. My whole thing is, you've got so much money. Why only 10,000? If you feel led to help out with a purpose, not just add to the pile, be the pile. I don't know. It's none of my business what somebody else does with their money, but I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sitting on $100 million here, and here's $25
without knowing exactly what anybody's doing with their money and what other causes they may.
I know it's none of my business.
That maybe they're doing more, but I don't know.
Yeah, just would hope they would do more. If you can do more, do more. All right, it's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1920, after a lengthy argument about a questionable call of a ground ball double over third base at home plate, umpire Barry McCormick, Cincinnati Reds manager Pat Moran, and several players returned to their positions to resume a contest, except for Cincinnati fielder Ed Roosh, who got bored after a few minutes of this long-ass debate and decided to take a nap at the outfield and then got ejected for delay of game when he didn't wake up on time.
Wow.
Yeah, he was out there snoring in the outfield, and they're like, Ed, come on, Ed. Come on, Ed.
Yeah.
And so they tossed him, which is funny. Then somebody had to go out there to yell at him, Ed, wake up. You've been tossed. Well, just wake him up and play the game.
Yeah.
It's not his fault he fell asleep in the outfield.
But you know what? Ed, if he was that sleepy, Ed could have just started something with an umpire, get himself tossed, and just sleep in the locker room.
I'm sure he
went to get sleep on the outfield.
I'm sure once he got tossed, he went into the locker room.
Exactly. You wound up going.
Continued.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I don't think Ed really wanted to get tossed.
That's probably true.
He just was like, well, I'll just see how this goes. Oh, this is nice out here. This grass is coming. It's cool. Everything's good.
Nice siesta.
All right.
Just saying. There's dandelions here.
Hmm.
Oh, look at the clouds. You know what
Yeah.
that looks like up there? It was 1920, so I don't know. I don't know what he would see in those clouds up there. Oh, that looks like a duck. That does. That looks nice. Oh,
That looks like a yummy roast beef sandwich.
103 years ago that happened. 103 years ago. All right. Well, enough of this nonsense. I had so much football that I wanted to talk about. that We did not get to talk about.
Always tomorrow, Jeffco.
I know.
It's only a day away.
It could be a football Friday on the show.
Yeah, something else will happen. It's always the way it is. Friday, you know how Fridays are.
That's true.
Oh, dear God. Oh, that's going to be. It's gonna be one of those
These
kind of
fine
days.
people? Oh, boy.
Mhm. I don't know what'll happen tomorrow, but at least we did this today. So everybody have a great night. I don't know what to tell you to do because there's nothing on tonight. Is there any hockey on tonight? That was yesterday, wasn't it? I don't know what's happening. Is there
No, I think the
anything
hockey
to
game's
watch?
on tonight.
All right, we'll see that. That's
It's on right now, actually.
Oh, geez.
Panthers
All right.
lead 1-0.
Oh,
First period.
Panthers trying to make a comeback. Anyway, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
At Ethos Life, we busted all the myths about getting life insurance. Like myth number 1.
Life insurance? I can't afford that.
At Ethos, we have term life policies everyone can afford, with policies as low as $7 a month. Or myth number 2.